Shut up and sit down.
How you doing, man?
Well, as you know, and as all two of our viewers are about to find out, I've been better. Yeah, I'm divorced and being sued, and I got fired, and...
You're being sued?
Oh, that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
But, yeah, I got fired for reporting an OSHA violation, which is a retaliatory tactic, which is against the law. So, Tuesday, I have a over-the-phone meeting with a lawyer about my options going forward. I've already reported my previous employer, who I will absolutely name and blast one of these days, but not today, for their illegal safety and labor practices.
Yeah, probably better to wait till after the whole thing's over with.
Yeah. After I've won a nice settlement to start the warehouse project.
Hopefully. There you go.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good.
You're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, but,
That's a wild week. Jesus.
It's a wild week, and I think it's only Thursday. Is it Thursday?
It's Friday here. Saturday here now.
It's the 9th. What is the 9th?
That's Friday.
Oh, it is Friday now. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. My sleep schedule's all messed up.
Yeah, mine's been messed up for a long time. I don't think it'll ever be unmessed up. But, yeah, that was neat. So, reported an OSHA violation. My boss ordered two of the other techs one to run the forklift, the other one to stand on the forks while he got raised all the way up to the ceiling to unplug some extension cords.
Yeah, that's not how you're supposed to do that.
That is 100%. Everyone knows that's against the law and an OSHA violation. And I said to him before they did it, while they were still talking about it, no, we're not doing this. That's the OSHA's gonna fucking blow up. No. I will report you if you do this, and then because I'm me and I'm just, a part-time tech, nobody gives a shit about me, they don't think I can do anything. I have a fucking engineering degree, okay? I'm a little overqualified to work at a Kenworth dealership. Anyway, they went ahead and did it anyway, completely disregarding that I was right about safety. So, no doubt, because I told my boss, hey, if you do this, I'm reporting you to OSHA. I was a week later fired. But again, that is retaliatory because I got fired. I filed a report with OSHA. Yeah, and the Washington Department of Labor, and then after I had submitted all those files, I downloaded more forms and submitted more files for my wrongful termination.
There you go. Jesus.
Yeah, it was a busy day. I also put in 12 job applications. I've already had 3 calls with offers. Yeah. But, also just put my resume on Monster, Indeed, and what's the one that's always sponsoring podcasts? That's right, ZipRecruiter.
I was going to say LinkedIn.
LinkedIn sponsors podcasts? Who the fuck is on LinkedIn? LinkedIn's never going to sponsor us now, because, fuck LinkedIn.
But, yeah, that's more for blue-collar stuff, mostly.
I don't think LinkedIn's for blue collar. I think it's like white collar shit. Like if you're a loan manager at a bank, I bet you're on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But anywho's, yeah. So turns out, inconsequentially, kid I go to school with, pretty cool guy. His name's Ambrose. He likes Hondas. We talk sometimes. He worked with me at the same place that I got fired from. He quit because he doesn't want to work on trucks, which is fine. He's working at a car shop.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what Ambrose's dad is? A lawyer.
Oh, jeez.
Guess who I called the day after I got fired? Ambrose's dad.
Oh my god. So what did he say? Are you allowed to say?
I mean, I have a pretty fucking strong case. I reported
no, I mean,
my boss to OSHA, and then I got fired for it.
I just mean, I'm sure he probably said something like, man,
it isn't specifically his area expertise, but he does know quite a few people who do that. He's reviewing everything I sent him, and he's gonna forward it to them, and he's gonna give me a call when he's got some time, like I said, on Tuesday, and I think it's gonna be a conference call with me and him and whatever lawyer is actually specialty wrongful termination suits. So
good. Well, glad it's making progress.
I have positive good news though.
Oh.
Yeah. I was finally able, after 5.5 hours of phone calls to different people who not only were these people not on the same page, they weren't even in the same book. I was talking to the Navy Career Center and the TSP people. And this is as far as I can get my fingers apart and have them still be in frame. This is about how far apart they were as to understanding what each of them needs to do to get my shit done. So, like, as we all should now know, I got out of the Navy on July 18th last year, 2021.
Yeah.
The Navy knows that. The Navy has filed that. That is accurate and up to date in Navy records. TSP thinks I'm still active duty. And because of that, I can't withdraw the funds that are in my TSP retirement account, even though I've retired from the Navy. So
it's been a year.
It's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
So, talking to them, I talked to, I think, 11 different people in that same call center all on the same day. All of them told me the same thing. You're going to love this. You need to get in touch with your HR department and have them update or have them fax us your discharge paperwork. And I was like, so you want me to call the HR department for the United States Navy? And they go, yeah. And I was like, you guys realize that doesn't exist, right? What do you mean? There are, like, assigned sailors in the Navy who, like, handle HR-related shit. We don't have, like, a human resources department. We don't have a corporate office. We're the fucking military. Like,
yeah.
Are
you retarded?
Yeah. No, they are. They fully are. And they're like, no, sir, I don't think you understand. You need to have your agency's HR department fax us over. It was like, fax? Who the fuck's got a fax machine?
Yeah, well, that's the thing in Japan. That's the thing in Japan because they're fucking...
Like, I think Kinko's might have a fax machine, but, like, who the fuck's got a fax machine, bro? I can't email you this shit from an encrypted, source. Like, we've all done TSL encryption on shit. We were in the military, it's like... But anyway, after... I called my Navy Career Center after, like, 5 different phone calls with TSP. Where they all told me the same thing, even when I called and I said, hey, I don't want to talk to you, no offense, but I want to talk to your boss's boss or whoever the highest ranking person in this call center is. Why do you want that? Well, because I think they might know how the fuck to do their job. And
yeah, because clearly you don't.
Like, I'll actually get resolution to my issue here. So I called my Navy Career Center and, a PS3 knew exactly what I needed to do, like, without me even going to do it. I think I talked to him for, like, 8 minutes before he was like, oh, I know exactly what you need to do. And he sent me a couple emails with some links to submit some shit, and I was just like, dude, thank you for being so helpful, for one thing, but also, why don't the people whose job it is to handle this know that this is their job and how to...
Yeah, why are they getting paid?
Like, why do the people who work at the TSP call center not know that I can submit this form to update my separation from service date?
Oh, my God.
And he's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I was happy I could help you, though. Is there anything else you need? I was like, yeah, man, just, they gave me a fax number you could fax the shit to. And even he was like, who the fuck's got a fax machine? I was like, yeah, all right. It's 2022. So anyway, hopefully in a couple days now, I should get an email back about that, and then that should be resolved. And then probably a couple days after that, I can call them again, and I can finally have them process the withdrawal of, I think there's like almost $4,000 left in my TSP. So that might buy Trans Am. you know, a McNeil level Trans Am, something covered in mold and sitting in a field, you know, that one I sent you, that'd be perfect. I'd just go buy that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If you check Craigslist again, you'd probably find a few more, too.
Yeah. So, yet again, with buying cars and things, so that Toyota pickup I bought for $100 that I have the title to, that I've still never gone to go get out of that guy's field, my ex-coworker. Boy, that's going to be an awkward situation now because he was the one driving the forklift, so he may very well be getting fired soon, and his wife's pregnant. So I think I'm out $100. I think I'm probably never going to get that truck, but I'm remembering something that Warren Beach said one time, and granted I'm changing the dollar amount here, but shit, man, if $100 breaks me, I failed in life. You know?
Yeah.
So $100 could have been substantial profit because 4-cylinder, 5-speed Toyota pickup from the 90s, but.
I mean, if he's skilled enough, he could find another job. I mean.
Oh, he absolutely could. As a technician. However, they were like grooming him to be the shop foreman. He was about to step into that. So, with absolutely no experience except for like a week and then being fired from it, I don't think anyone else is going to hire him as a shop foreman.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know.
With a pretty serious forklift safety OSHA violation.
Yeah. You might just want to do him a Christmas solid and just put that title back in his mailbox.
I don't know where he lives. I never got his address to go get the truck even.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's one of those things that's like, yeah, it's shitty that you did it. Like, you should have just been like, look, man, I'm not comfortable doing this. Like, that's how you basically get out of anything that you don't feel comfortable doing.
Oh, no,
like,
I said that.
Well, no, I mean for him.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
it's the thing with corporations like this is you don't get to tell your boss no, even when he's wrong.
Yeah.
Or you get fired, like I did, for doing the right thing and not putting someone's life in danger.
Yeah.
His life is still put in danger, you know, by callous and negligent assholes who don't give a shit about their employees. However, I didn't do it. I walked out of the shop, said I want no part of this, and then I took pictures of it while it was happening, so that they could
there you go.
never deny that it happened. So
that was going to be the one thing I had a question on was, I'm sure they have cameras, but like
we did not have cameras in the old shop. We don't have cameras in the new shop either. We also leave a whole lot of parts and valuable like metal and stuff outside behind the building, and you know the whole location's only secured with a cable. It's anchored to 2 cement blocks.
Yeah.
That may or may not have a date code. The perfect middle of the 1990s, you know. 1995.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's the thing. It doesn't.
I'm not responsible for a company's willful negligence of both their property, their safety, and their employees.
Yeah,
I did everything I possibly could, and I was vehemently shut down by people who were higher than me on the pay scale, you know, to shut up and just go along with what's going on.
I mean, you did the right thing, and that's what matters.
Yeah, I always do. You've known me a long time.
Yeah.
I've never not done the right thing in a fucked up situation.
Yeah. That shit's wild.
That's life, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Live and we learn. Unfortunately, like every 5 or 6 years or so, someone has to learn the hard way that you don't fuck over McNeil.
I mean,
it's not even like I'm doing anything. It's just like it's like a karmic balance thing. It's like I'm a good dude. I try to always do right, and then people who fuck me over end up really fucked up.
Yeah, like that's right.
So, enough about me, because I'm fucking boring.
I mean, you had a wild week. That was the most exciting thing.
I get one every now and then. You know, I get a wild week. Oh, can you see our Gambler 500 whiskey back there?
Oh, shit.
Still unopened. Nice. That's that trophy bottle, son.
Yeah, I would just keep it now at this point.
I'm going to. I don't fucking drink. I was hanging out with Miller and Tanner because they were both in town. We were down in Oak Harbor. I they got to both experience the Washington State's loudest Ford Raptor. And yeah, like I said, we were hanging out, and we went to the Next to get beer, just to have some beers, and I was like, oh, Miller High Life, cool. And I was like, damn, I don't need a 30 rack, man. Like, I don't even drink. These are gonna be here in my fridge forever. So
yeah,
but that was all they had for Miller High Life, so I was like, fuck it, I'll buy a 30 rack, and I did. And there's still 26 of them in the truck. Just it's sitting on the passenger floorboard. I didn't even bring it in when I got home. I was like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. And it's been like 2 days, and I don't want to go outside and get it because I'm lazy.
I mean, that's totally fair. That's totally fair. I honestly do not blame you.
Yeah. I got Popeyes though, and I love it. I ordered 2 large sweet teas with my Popeyes order, and they gave me one, and for the other one, they were just like, man, fuck it. Here's a gallon bag of sweet teas. So I have a big plastic gallon bag of sweet teas sitting on the floor by the other couch that I keep refilling my cup with.
There you go. Hell yeah. Jesus. A lot of sweet teas.
I know. I was like, God damn. I know this is America, but this is a little ridiculous. Oh, this is my new MTV shirt, too.
Oh, I can't even. Oh, okay. I can barely see it. Back when.
Yeah, I love the blue zebra print.
Hell yeah.
Hooked up with this girl 4 or 5 years ago, named Cheyenne. Hi, Cheyenne. Hot Native American chick. And I remember that when I went to the hotel and we hooked up, she had a pair of like tight little panties on that were like blue zebra print. So when I saw this shirt on eBay, as I was perusing various retro things, as I do, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm buying that. That brings back memories. And I'm wearing it because I haven't done laundry in like a week because once again I'd be lazy.
Sometimes it do be like that.
It do. I mean, I say like I'm lazy and like, oh, I need to do laundry and I need to clean the house. But like, if I could give you a video tour of the house, everybody would be like, you have a really clean house. Like, yeah, I know. I don't fucking make it dirty.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like,
I exist like in this spot on the couch, in that spot on the couch over there, and in my bed. That's pretty much where I live. I live in like 3 places in this house, and the rest of it is just where I put my stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Same with mine.
I feel kind of dumb though, having gotten fired. The day after I bought some more tools and a bigger toolbox.
It's an investment for the shop, I guess.
It absolutely is. I'd be loving them Harbor Freight toolboxes, bro. They're U.S. General Series 2. They're fuck. They show you what a fucking scam Snap-on is because they're really fucking nice toolboxes actually.
Oh yeah.
They're as big as they need to be, and it's like $1,300 for the 72-inch, the big one I bought, and I got it in orange because I fucking love orange. My truck's orange. My other toolboxes are orange. A lot of my tools are orange. And it was like $1,300 because it was on sale and I had a coupon, and also I have a Harbor Freight credit account. Apparently, if you're a mechanic in any capacity, you can sign up with like Harbor Freight credit if you have fair to like decent credit, and they'll just give you like $5,000 in credit immediately. I haven't even got the card in the mail yet, and I have $5,000 in Snap or fucking Harbor Freight credit. So I'm like, oh, shit, I'll buy anything I need, goddamn. But
for real.
Yeah, so that's cool. But yeah. Anyway, I got sidetracked like Bert Kreischer on Two Bears One Cave. Back to you. How's the shoulder been, buddy? How are you hanging in there?
One sec. So, hey, look, here's your Snap-on 72-inch for $15,000.
For literally 10 times the price.
For literally a car. Yeah. And literally all it is it's just a box on wheels with
also like that toolbox. Like if you're like mid-tier doing mechanic stuff, you're not a tech 1, but also like you're not a master tech. Like you will outgrow that and need like further toolboxes. It's like, why would you spend $15,000 on something? And it's like, oh, it's Snap-on, it's quality. It's like, It's a box.
Yeah, it doesn't come with the parts.
It's a box. You put shit in it, and it sits in one place for a long time. But yeah, bring up the Harbor Freight U.S. General ones, dude. They're awesome. Oh, hey, Harbor Freight Toolbox 72. Yeah, there it is. It's a red one.
Yeah, $1,600.
Yeah, but they're actually on sale right now if you go in.
But I mean, still though.
Because mine was only like $13.99, and then I got the roll cart too for like $200. The 30-inch roll cart, pretty nice. I don't know. I sent pictures to the group chat and shit. You guys know what I'm talking about. And it comes in like 6 different colors, and like picking a color doesn't change the price at all. And then, like, if visually, just looking at those, if you take like the badges and the stickers off them, that's the exact same fucking thing. If you want to pay more, like to a factor of 10 to be an elitist with me, and you think having a fancy toolbox makes you a better mechanic, you're a fucking retard. Like, I'll say it,
right.
Man.
You're absolutely right.
Dog,
you should have a better toolbox.
Turn nuts and bolts exactly the same as your $400 Snap-on or Mac or whatever wrenches. Like, bro.
Yeah, but it's all about being fucking swag.
Bro, my 12mm socket is the exact same fucking size as your 12mm socket, and I did not pay as much money as you did.
Yeah, it's easy. Like, mine extends because it's Snap-on.
Okay.
No. But yeah, I mean, I can't complain. Obviously, I have a lot of pills. I have even more pills now. I have a lot more painkillers. So, and then I finally got my stitches out, and I've never had stitches taken out before, so I've never had stitches put in. So it was a weird experience. But unfortunately, I'm old, so
You're telling me I am too.
So it's
we old.
all those incisions. Yeah, those incisions now are scars.
Many life decisions end up as scars or fun stories to tell. And that's like a good 80-90% of like why I do anything. So I'll have a lot of cool stories to tell someday. And you should. You should live life so that you have fun, cool stories to tell.
Exactly. And we have mementos as well. Like the...
We do have mementos. We have mementos.
Like that gambler.
There we go.
That gambler whiskey. We have the photos of being on the gambler. We have the video of the Viper. Like, we have plenty of stuff.
We do have Viper videos. We have
a sombrero.
We have a sombrero that we borrowed from a Mexican restaurant on your birthday.
Indefinitely. Borrowed.
It was conditionally released to us. It's in our care. We have positive control of the sombrero.
Yeah, what a good time. What a wild
It's our duty to keep it with the sombrero keepers.
I mean, that's gonna die with me. Like, if I got buried, I'm not going to, but if I got buried, I'd get buried with that thing. I'm not gonna get buried.
We'll cremate you with it. Do you want to be cremated? You want to get cremated?
No, I want to be fucking...
warehouse project furnace?
No, I want to be trebucheted, like, somewhere. Like, maybe like a school zone.
We could get a trebuchet and, like, I don't know. It's about making the biggest mess, really. We could, like, trebuchet you, like, over the outside of, like, our college football stadium while, like, a bowl game's going on. Like, so the crowd would be horrified, you know?
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping for. Like, stuff me full of, like, red Kool-Aid. That way I pop.
Yeah, it's like that kind of, like, guerrilla vandalism I love and I'm all for.
Yeah, exactly.
I support that shit. Like they did at the Game Awards last night.
Oh, yes. That
what
was...
did he say? He snuck up on stage with the Elden Ring.
I would like to...
Guys.
I would like to thank... Oh, God. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Something about Bill Clinton. I remember that.
I would like to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton.
Old Bill.
Which... Here, let me see if I can find the video of it, actually.
Old pervert, rapist, best friend of Epstein, Bill. I've told you my Bill Clinton joke, haven't I?
I think so. But one sec here.
Yeah.
So
Fuck
thanks
you,
to Center Strain.
Yeah, how do you just some dude just walked up there on stage and nobody's like, who are you? Like,
Yes. Yes.
no audio.
Damn it. Oh shit. I know. Here. Let's do. Sure. Ah, fucker. One sec.
Maybe it's a setting. It is not a setting.
Damn. Speakers decided.
Oh, hang on. I'll just pull it up and play it. I'll have audio for damn sure.
So basically, yeah, they were just thanking it. It was basically the end.
Orthodox Bill Clinton is like the first thing that comes up.
I don't know if you can hear that.
Orthodox. I'm just playing it.
Hey, Matan. You know, real quick, I want to thank everybody and say that
And then you can see he's being escorted off by security.
this award to
Yeah, they
my
come.
Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
One sec.
What a fucking troll, dude. I thought he was just a white kid. I didn't know he was like Indian or whatever. Or maybe he's just putting on an accent. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Apparently he's been on fucking Alex Jones's show before.
I don't know. But he got arrested. But here, and then
Worth.
I can actually show you because if you watch, Jesus. So
Oh my god,
if
the
we
frames.
go, be good. All right. So if we keep going ever so slightly forward to basically they're playing some dumbass music for every game,
They sure are.
and then he announces Elden Ring, and then so as you can see, these guys come from this aisle, but then when they pass by this aisle, on their left, watch, there's the kid.
He just just walks up onto the stage.
He just walks up with them. It's amazing.
Oh.
It is the perfect thing. If you look like you look, see, he's patting people on the back. He's like thanking them.
Yeah, and of course, they probably don't know. Is he part of the show? Is he working? Is he part of the video?
Yeah, everyone's like,
It's just like, yeah, okay.
He's just standing in the back, and you can see him the whole time they're giving the speech. He's just standing in the back, looking awkward as hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't look like he belongs.
He's
He's like
looking
a child.
around and
It's
shit.
like, it's like, really? But it was amazing. I'm really glad because he just walked over there like he's looking back and forth, kind of sketch.
Yeah. Speaking
It
of
was
From
absolutely-
Software, New Armored Core.
Indeed.
I'm a little
New Armored
excited
Core,
for that.
I mean-
It's been like 15 years since they made an Armored Core game, so
Yeah.
it's been a long time. I do love my Met combat.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan. It's too difficult for me. I'd say as I play Dark Souls games.
You think Armored Core is difficult, but you play Dark Souls games.
Yes.
You play From Software's other titles, but
Yes.
their arcadey mech fighting RPG,
Yes.
you're like, nah, that's too hard. I don't do that. Like, what the fuck are you talking
because-
about, man?
Because the one I played was the. The one with the old controller. That was the last one I played with. The old.
Oh, the entire
That
big ass mech combat controller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I played that, and that was hard as hell. So I just was like, nah, I'm okay.
Nah, bro, you play that shit with a. Well, if it's on PC, I'm playing with it.
Or shit, that was Steel Battalion. So maybe I haven't played Armored Core.
Yeah, Armored Core is not that difficult. Steel Battalion was like a World of Tanks simulator, but for
Yeah.
future mechs that don't exist, and it had a whole ass controller and shit
But
that came with it with
either way-
buttons and joysticks and shit.
Either way, not my thing. I'm not even sharing my damn screen. I don't know why I was doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the fucking Joyce Con thing for that. So, what the fuck?
Oh man, that's the background light right there. come through the window. What time is it?
Who,
It is noon 15.
Yeah,
There we go.
I'm just checking. Miller put a thing.
Oh, Miller put a thing?
Miller. Yeah.
What
Miller,
thing? Miller built a PC. I don't know if you know.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he's
Good for him.
joining
Oh
the
my
PC
God.
Masters now. Share it,
Oh
bro.
my
Share it.
God.
Expose the world.
It's
the
his kids,
department
so I'm not going
of
to.
culture. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is it
no.
the Michael Jordan thing?
Yeah.
I made that. I made it last night. I made it at like 4 in the
He's
fucking
so
morning
wild.
last night.
He's so dumb. I love it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, I'm glad.
I am going home. I said fuck it.
Oh,
I don't care
nice.
if I got fired. I'm still gonna go home to Ohio. I haven't been there in like a decade. So
Well, I mean, now,
and
yeah.
I hit him up. I was like, hey, what time are you, picking your mom up from the airport? And schedules aligned. And he was like, yeah, man, I can take you down. Yeah, I can pick you up when you come back. And I was like, you the goat, bro. Then I photoshopped his head on my Michael Jordan poster. And then he was like, I love that. It's about to be my profile picture. I was like, oh, hold on. I can make it better. And I photoshopped it a little bit better on my phone. And I sent it to him. I hope he actually makes a profile picture.
It is.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It is. That's why I was like, wow. That's wild. But, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I can beat I beat Dark Souls 3 while I've been off because there's not a lot else to do. So I've beaten Dark Souls 3 again, and then I'm probably about a quarter of the way through Bloodborne, which now I've figured out how to actually play, because 95... My fucking fridge is making noise for some reason.
Mine does all the time. Apparently the mic never picks it up, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, whatever. I've just never heard it.
Know what I know about appliance repair? I mean, fuck it. It's a fridge.
Yeah.
Be alright.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as long as it makes everything cold or frozen. But, yeah, the whole thing behind Bloodborne is you literally have to go and do gun parries, where you wait for an enemy to attack you, and then you fucking fire your pistol at them to basically stagger them, and then you go and you do a fucking, super attack on them. That's 95% of the game. I'm like, I could not get it down for life me, but now I got it down so much easier.
See, shit like that is the reason I won't ever play those games. They're really hard. I have no idea how the hell you're supposed to figure out the lore, because no one tells you anything. In the game,
Yes.
I don't know how while playing the game you're supposed to learn anything about the game world or the lore or any of it. I'm pretty sure people who write the wiki are just making shit up.
No, they're
that sounds canon, yeah.
It's
not exactly like Cyberpunk where you've got lore books,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean that's the thing, they're building multiple worlds too though. So but they're doing a more or less sort of treatment where
America. Fuck yeah. It's like that Viper video I sent you.
Hell yeah. That Viper video is wild. But
dude, that guy's got a great channel. Shout out to that guy whose name I forget. But that's a great channel. You love car content from a deeper, more kind of philosophical place rather than just the Viper had an 8-liter V10. Yeah, man. Check that channel out. That dude's the shit.
The Squid with 2 Ds.
The Squid with 2 Ds. Everybody go sub to the Squid with 2 Ds if you fucking love cars and you're tired of donut media's. We replaced our brake fluid with cheese. Bullshit content. Check out the Squid. The McLaren F1 was a fucking video, bro.
I also like the Porsche one.
Yeah, he's got
R32 was pretty good. Yeah,
he's got excellent content.
Yeah, not a lot of it, but he's working on it. A couple months, but if you look at it, 20 minutes, 35 minutes, 30. That's a long video.
6 videos, but the one about the NSX has got 1.2 million views. The one about the Godzilla's got 1.6 million views. The content speaks for itself, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a Mr. Beast hype machine. You can just make something really good and put it out, and people will enjoy it. Yeah, it's a Steel Battalion controller. I remember that.
With an actual pop-up eject button.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah, no, that controller by itself is $1,600. Or at least it was way back then. I'm sure they're more now because they probably didn't make a lot of them because I don't think a lot of people bought them.
No, because I mean, it was hard as hell.
Yeah, at some point in the warehouse project, we will have a Steel Battalion controller in the streaming room for something. I don't know if we'll play Steel Battalion. If we do, it'd probably be a LAN party. It'd just be me versus you, because I don't think anyone plays that game anymore.
Yeah, no. I mean, no, they're actually pretty good. They're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, unfortunately, it's in yen, so you have to do the conversion, but that's not bad. That's like $300.
Yeah. Well,
Like, that's a
metals
brand-
and everything. Oh, shit.
A brand new one for $1,000. Brand
That
new.
shit's plastic wrapped in the box still.
Like, that's the thing. Those boxes are really nice, I will say. It literally looks like a
Dude,
fucking
they
Amazon.
gotta be.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I pay that money.
Yeah, you want to talk about expensive older shit? In looking at, my dream car again, 82, 83 Pontiac Trans Am, OG Night Rider before it became Kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at vintage Alpines again to complement the.
Oh, God, no.
Because the stock Firebird dash, all the gauges they light up orange. They've got an orange backlight. And I'm like, well, that will contrast to green Alpine, so I might as well put a digital dash in because they're predominantly green.
Yeah.
I would go with my green buttons and everything. But man, vintage Alpines are still like. I mean, it astonishes me that people rebuild and restore them, and it does such good work. So I'm confident that when the time comes, I will be able to buy one, and then hopefully, my electrical knowledge, I'll be able to install it properly and not fuck anything up. But yeah, like new in box vintage Alpine.
Oh, geez.
7619 or whatever. And it's like $1,200 for like a car stereo from the 80s. I'm just like,
I mean,
yeah,
trust me, I know. I bought one for your Corvette.
And then I never put it in there, and I sold the Corvette, and I sold the stereo separately. I should have just kept the stereo. I knew it'd have some other 80s, retro crash eventually.
It's fine. You were dealing with money things at that time, so.
I was dealing with money things at that time. I'm not really anymore.
No, yeah. Now you're a bit more stable. Yeah, I mean, money's definitely a huge stressor.
If I am anything, it's stable. And sexy.
Sure.
Moving on.
But, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's good. As long as you can, whenever you get, either you fix that truck and then, or you don't, either way.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get that truck. I think I'm never going to see it again.
Yeah. Whenever you get back, at least, though, from Ohio, you can definitely, start looking at getting that Trans Am that you're looking at, which I don't know if you figured out if you were going to do the earlier years and just do the wiring or the later years and do a front bumper swap.
I really want to get the earlier one and probably just do the dash because I really want the Crossfire V8 and a 4-speed. And after 83, the 4-speed went away in favor of a 5-speed, and also pretty much Crossfire went away. They were like, yeah, no, just one carburetor, no 2 throttle bodies. And then 85 TPI came out, which was the intake the Corvette had. It was that style fuel injection.
Okay.
If I ever did upgrade the car, if I got woefully sick of how slow it was, which would probably never happen because it's not something I'm going to drive fast. It's just something I'm going to drive and enjoy. I would probably upgrade to a TPI and then a 6-speed to make it more drivable. But yeah, those early cars with the 4-speed are really more muscle cars than sports cars, even though they're not that fast. Dirks is gone. Dirks is back.
There we go.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
Guessing you heard none of that, glossing right over.
No, I heard it. You were talking about the Crossfire throttle bodies, and then about the Corvette, and you were talking about what you're going to do when you upgraded.
Yeah, if I ever did upgrade, I would either find and rebuild or build from the ground up a TPI small block to put in it, and then I would, probably go from the 4-speed to a 6-speed to make it more drivable and more of a sports car, but.
Yeah,
I love it preserved as it was. I love it. Would be a really nice daily driver, is what it would be. It would be a time period correct kind of showpiece.
Yeah.
And as I don't care that it's slow. I don't care if it's 96 to 60. I'm not trying to get there fast. I'm enjoying the drive.
Yeah. With that kind of car, I mean, that's the thing. You're not. It's a heavier car, and
It's like
you don't need it. You
400
don't.
pounds, yeah. It's a pretty heavy car.
You don't need every car to be a 6-second car.
Mm-mm.
That's not the point of
Not
all
everything is a
cars.
race car, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, like my buddy Ambrose, he's like, yeah, I love old Hondas. And I was like, are they like fast or particularly good? He's like, no. And I was like, that's fine. That's part of car culture.
Yeah.
You can be that guy who's like, I fucking love terrible cars. They're my favorite. It's like that guy who's like, he like loves like late 80s, early 90s Malaise era like GM terrible cars. He's got like a Lumina Chevy van. Like he's got a minivan. He's got like a 91 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra that was like, it's got the quad 4, which is a terrible engine, blows head gaskets, and it's like, you know. But yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the same.
He's like passionately in love with awful cars from the time he grew up. And I'm like, I get that. You grew up riding those. Your neighbor had one. You thought the digital dash was cool. You know, like whatever it is about a car that makes you love cars. I'm all for it.
Which is why it's funny because sometimes that love is just so pure. It's like that guy in regular car reviews that manual swapped his Buick LeBaron. Was it LeBaron?
The Roadmaster.
Yeah, Buick Roadmaster.
That was the LT1 fully loaded.
Like that is
the option Buick Roadmaster that he swapped a Camaro 6-speed in. And he called it the K-Master.
Like that's just so wild and so good. I
love that video because that's in terms of allegories where he's talking about how it's, you know, this is not Hunter S. Thompson. This is the harder drinking, harder partying, all full balls to the wall out William S. Burroughs. And it's just like, how are you comparing V8 sedans to American literary, you know, icons? Like, how are you jumping the shark this hard on similes? Like, I love bringing the car reviews for that.
Oh yeah,
and part of that comes from, I'm pretty sure he was a fucking English professor at some college in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the Vagabond Falcon? Does he still have that? Did they give that away? Is it like...
I'm sure
they're like giving a car away every month now, and I don't know how all these YouTube people are like giving cars away every month. It feels like a scam, man. It feels like there's going to be some tax crackdowns on that shit.
I'm pretty sure he's like sponsored by some company that you pay for like, you buy tickets or whatever. If you get so many tickets if you buy merch or whatever from them. It's something weird like that. I know a few companies.
Yeah, I tried it when I think they had one of the cars up there. I bought a stupid coffee mug that's I thought was here somewhere. It's got I think it was the C5 Corvette. It's got the Corvette on it. And it's, you know, the headlights go up, headlights go down, headlights go up, headlights go down. It says that on the cup. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's really not worth the $23 for this Hydro Flask coffee cup that has something printed on it. However, you know,
still neat.
I could have won a Corvette. I didn't. But
exactly. Yeah. Good. It's always, you know, fun to play those. It's like those people that it's one thing to be addicted to gambling. You know, you buy a lottery ticket every day. It's another thing if you buy a lottery ticket like once a month, and it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
Well, it's like if the car is really cool, and like I was probably gonna buy a shirt anyway. Fuck it, I'll wait till they got a cool car, and I'll buy a T-shirt, and then maybe I'll win a cool car. Probably not, but you know.
Probably not, but you never know.
I just don't have a shirt.
Exactly. I don't know. It's as long I take that pure sort of thing over like this sort of thing where like it's an LS V8 into a Lotus Esprit, and it's like
that's the thing, man. If you performance was your end all be all, everybody would just build, you know, an LS swapped Shelby Cobra replica car, and they would learn how to drive without electronic anti traction control. You know, like but
that's the thing.
There isn't any originality in that.
There's no originality, and the cars, a lot of them aren't made for that much power. Like, that's the thing is.
There's doing something and there's doing something right. Speaking of merch and T-shirts, Roadkill's got a shirt out, and I think the stickers too out now. Whoa, your camera's going ham again, bro.
Yeah.
You look like we're in that movie Frequency, and you're like talking to me through an 80s VHS camera.
Come on. Wait.
it a second.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
With autofocus.
There we go. Should be better.
Yeah. Man, dude, someday when we are like reasonably popular, people are gonna go back and watch our old shit and be like, "Wow, you guys had ass tier technology." We're like, yeah, we sure did. We were struggling. But anyway,
Yeah.
we're not now.
What you were saying about Roku?
Yeah, they got this shirt, and I think it's also a sticker now that says like, "Don't get it right, just get it running." And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, maybe, but also like, you know, you should always try to like be doing work the right way. You should always try to do things right, you know.
Yeah, you should never cheap out. I mean, I get it because they're usually trying to do stuff on a time crunch, but
Yeah.
for most people, you shouldn't be trying to time crunch. You should be trying to.
Take your time. Do things right.
Yeah.
Learn something along the way.
Yeah.
If you got to do
Because that's the
something
thing.
and the car's that way for like 2 years and then you've learned something since then and you think you could do it better now, then absolutely go, you know, do it better. Do it again.
Yeah.
Improve upon your base that you built, you know? But
Because, I mean, that's the thing. You want to do it right because one, it's it's a car. It's something that literally will take you over 60 miles an hour and can kill you.
yeah.
So, like, safety-wise, it can kill you.
Cars
Chris
kill you a
Miles, so,
lot
like,
slower than 60 miles an hour, too, by the way.
oh, yeah, but I mean, oh, yeah. I mean, it can be going 5 miles an hour and you could, just the right way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the thing. It's, do it right because if you're putting the time and the effort in, you might as well do it right.
Yeah, also, like, you know,
Like,
do it right. 'Cause
It's,
I love cars. I love all my cars. I mean,
oh, yeah.
I have a, you know, deep, favorable relationship with all of them. Sometimes I hate them, but, like, I do care about all my cars. I don't want to
Yeah.
hack any shit together in a bad way.
Yeah. Which was why I don't like to talk about Slant. And we've already talked about the company before, so I won't name the name again. But like, they were at that big auto show earlier this year.
SEMA.
And and
Dude, there's entire
they
channels
pumped out.
dedicated to going to SEMA and just pointing out flaws in builds and how they just hack shit together to make it look good for the show. And I love watching those videos.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was like, I didn't, because like from afar it looks great, and then you see the videos up close, you're like, holy fuck, this is dog shit. Like, it literally like some of it is just rattle can. It's like, okay, I can appreciate a rattle can.
That are 5
But it's like, but why? Like, you guys are big companies. You guys are big channels. Why are you trying to push out 3 or 4 cars? Push out one good car.
Yeah. Do a proper, well done build. And I hate the manufactured drama of a timeline that came in from fucking, you know, granted, Richard Rawlings fought against it and didn't want it in his show, but like TV shows like Fast and Love, where it's like, we gotta get this car done. We got like 8 days. We gotta rebuild this whole car for this auction, and it's like they're always scrambling at the last minute. It's like, hey, how about you just plan ahead and don't do that?
Like, be an adult.
And why don't you just like not scramble constantly and live in a stress environment? And why don't you just like, again,
especially for something like SEMA,
right.
like you know what days it's gonna be every year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You've got like from the time SEMA ends to the time SEMA starts again, you've got an entire year to like build a car. And even if it takes you like longer than a year, like you could always skip a year. You can take 2 years.
You don't have to go over here.
Show it off at SEMA. Like, you ain't got to get there right now. You know? But
SEMA's not going anywhere. It's going to be around.
Hopefully, long into the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Unfortunately, cars are taking a weird turn because my mom actually sent me a thing about they just announced the new electric Corvette.
GM's
and I was
unpopular opinion. I'm not sexist. I'm not saying it's her fault, but I am saying the timeline lines up with when this happened and when GM died. GM pretty much died when Mary Barra became CEO.
Yeah, it's.
I
mean, that's like there are a lot of.
Though, GM died in 2002 when they stopped making the Pontiac Trans Am.
Yeah,
there's
them playing
Pontiac
on
Trans Am since 2002. I believe the last ones were all the yellow collector's editions, and that was when GM died to me.
Yeah,
would I own a GM product from after 2002? No, probably not. Not again. I had the Escalade, which I liked. That was in 04, but I mean, the GM T800 platform predates 2004. started in '99. So
Like I like the CTSVs because it's a Corvette engine and it's a very nice car. It's heavy, so it's not going to be as super fast. I mean, so you could probably settle with like a lower engine one.
stop
Like a
saying that.
CTS.
Though. Stop saying it's a Corvette engine. Like, no, it isn't. The engine in the Corvette is a Corvette engine, and it's just an LS motor. They're all just LS.
You know what I mean.
They used to say that shit in the 70s too, and they'd put any 350 into a car. They'd be like, it's got a Corvette motor. Like, no, it fucking doesn't. It has a 350 in it. So does the Corvette. Are they different? Yeah. Does it matter?
But
Not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's not like it's apples and bananas. Like, they're still... It's just different kinds of apples, basically.
It's like green apples and red apples,
Yeah. But, I mean, that's the thing. Like, besides that and, like, the Pontiac GTO, there's not a lot of...
They very nearly brought the GTO back in 1992. They were going to sort of... it was like my idea. They were going to crossbreed the F-body platform, the Camaros and Firebirds, with the Grand Prix, the front-wheel drive ones that I love. And they were going to put, the V8 in it with a 6-speed manual option. And they were going to call it the GTO, and it was going to be a rear-wheel drive, nice two-door sedan. Put in, like, 90s GTO concept. I think the drawing might come up. But, yeah, that's basically my inspiration entirely for wanting to do rear-wheel drive early 90s Grand Prix with an LT1 and a 6-speed.
What was it again?
90s GTO concept. Oh, probably put Pontiac GTO because Mitsubishi had one in the 90s.
Yeah.
And Ferrari had one multiple times. No, you go images. It was black. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find it. It wasn't even really. It wasn't a concept that got built. It never left like the drawing stage. It really was just a drawing.
Yeah.
Let me look for it and see if I can find it. I'm in full screen. Nope, wrong button. Okay.
The headlights that I bought are going to be arriving Monday.
You bought headlights?
Or not headlights, the mirrors. Sorry, fuck. Here.
Why I can't share? I don't really need the screen share. I'm the one streaming and recording, so this will all be there. Who was the guy that drew it? It might not even have been a Pontiac thing.
I mean, you'll need a screen share for me to see, though. Dummy.
I know.
But, yeah, these. Not those. These. So I went and I had ordered those, like we had talked about, because I'm going to try and, whenever we do end up building that 930, but even before that long here for the next few years, I do plan to try and, for the people watching, try and get better at working carbon fiber. But unfortunately, the vacuum bagging setup that a lot of people do use is a really huge startup. So,
yes, there's a very steep initial entry cost into doing that kind of stuff.
I mean, that's fine, because these are going to be a lot easier to go and work with, to go and practice. And then, since they haven't seen it, but I plan to go and do a 1x1 twill, or carbon fiber, which is more what like Ferrari and them use, because I prefer it because
Yeah.
It's a lot cleaner look because I don't like that 2x2. Everyone does 2x2.
Yeah,
So
well, that's
looks,
why you get the good grain look where
yeah,
like,
there.
oh man, look, they lined everything up. It looks like no, they fucking didn't.
Yeah,
It's a different kind. It's fucking fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So, I don't know. I like it.
I have pretty much no experience working with carbon fiber. I believe it's reasonably similar to fiberglass in that you mold it to a shape, you apply resin, and then you got to cure it. But
Yes, but the only problem, I mean, the main thing is going to be that I'm going to have to build the molds, and for that, I'm going to actually have to use basically something like fiberglass, and then
you can make
if I went
clay. You can model shit with clay and then apply it over it, and apply the resin to the carbon fiber, and then as long as you like put you use like flour on the clay so that once you resin it, your mold actually pops off.
Yeah, I mean, the way I'm planning on doing it is basically going and making a like kind of like a fiberglass overlay, and then going and putting the carbon fiber on, and then going and using the vacuum bagging thing where you basically put a sheet under, you put a sheet on top, you basically use a very strong adhesive to bond them together, and then you have a hose that has various holes throughout, and then you run it through the entirety of, and then the resin through, and then the resin will go through, and then you let it cure, and basically doing it that way instead of just laying the fiberglass over top the part, it basically makes it a lot stronger and makes it a lot more even and just gives it a cleaner look. So there's a lot more that I'm missing over, but
yeah,
I have a general idea.
It's a learning process. It's fine.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting those mirrors because they're nice and simple. Like there's not a lot to them. They're small.
They are nice and simple. They are small, but what's going to help you in the long run is they're a varying contour to a shape.
Yeah. So, because you definitely have nice little contours there.
Oh yeah.
Because eventually, I don't know if I'll do this style or if I'll try and do a different one, but I definitely plan on trying to do basically like this. It's just I probably won't do that because I prefer the other style for the turbo.
Yeah, you do ultimately want to build an entirely carbon fiber Blackbird, do you not?
Yes.
Are you gonna want to paint it, or are you gonna leave it just bare carbon fiber?
It'll depend on how it looks. The problem is that everybody's carbon fiber is slightly different, so like the resin is gonna take a little bit different and color it. So if it's dark enough,
Well, if you can make all the
Yeah.
panels the same way with the same stuff, but then I was going to say, if you end up really liking it and you have the finished product and you don't want to paint it, we could always do like a black tinted clear coat just over top of the carbon. That way it,
Yeah, that's definitely one thing.
Light, you can see the grain,
Yeah, something like that. I mean, worst case, even if I really don't like it, like a single coat of black, just enough to go and kind of give it, so you might see it through some areas, but not entirely.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still playing with the idea, but I definitely do not want to do. I like the red, but I like black better because obviously Blackbird.
Well, yeah, the red is cool, but additionally, that is the Yoshida Specials color.
Yeah.
Anybody copying that, it's gonna be just blatant that you're copying that.
Yeah.
But as for Long and Midnight's Blackbird, I mean that was a fucking comic and then a cartoon.
Yeah.
It's a lot less original of a thing to be like copying. Additionally, like I just in films and TV shows from the time period, just seen a lot of really nice black 930s. So I mean, it's just it's a really good color on that car.
Yes, I mean that's the thing. Like you can see it in black with the Yoshida Special head mirrors. I can say head, but it is a very nice, simple look. So I do like that.
I do too.
And
I will say it's a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing car. I just don't like Porsches. I'm just not a Porsche.
I mean that's fair.
But I respect
that's fair.
I like them.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
It's a handling thing for me. It's because I learned to drive in car control and sliding in a front engine V8 rear-wheel drive car. And
Yeah, and
the
that's going
third
to be totally
generation
different.
F-Body
And
is a fantastic platform to learn to drive in, by the way. Communicates beautifully. I don't like front-wheel drive cars. I don't like rear-engine cars. I don't particularly like mid-engine cars in the way that they drive. You get a lot of the snap oversteer kind of stuff there. Which is really similar, actually, to an F-Body, because they're very light in the ass end and they like to come around on you. But anyway... I think we should take a brief intermission so that I can go pee.
Sounds good. Sounds
All right. Prepare for when I come back. I'm going to throw up the intermission screen.
Okay. All right. I thought we were getting an intermission screen, but I guess we're just getting a blank screen. So, hello to everyone watching. I don't know who's actually watching, but it's always fun to figure out. Let's go check. Let's figure out who's actually watching. No, it's like.
Hey, so if you can hear me, we got someone in chat, Poopy Diaper Pants, says, bro, I got a fax machine next to my vinyl and laserdisc.
Nice.
Anything after 1980 is heresy. You're damn right it is, Poopy Diaper Pants. Shout out to homie.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning into the stream. Thanks for being active in chat. What's up, bro? We also got Mirror GCV says, hi, I want to offer promotion for your channel. Ha, no.
Yeah, we are fine how we are, and I don't remember Poopy Diaper Pants, whatever. Yeah, fax machines are still a big thing in Japan because they can't move on. We'll just go with, even in Tokyo, fax machines are still a huge thing. It's really frustrating, but it honestly isn't even, that's just Japan as a whole. They don't really like to move on, which is why a lot of their places, a lot of the restaurants, if you aren't going to like the chains, like McDonald's and you guys probably don't know, like Sukiya and all them, and Coco's Curry House. A lot of those small mom and pop places don't accept credit cards. They are full cash only, or yen only, like physical paper and coin yen. It's absolutely frustrating because we're living in the year 2022, almost 2023, and most of Japan is still behind the Girl Scouts in forms of technology.
Yeah, man. Fucking, it'd be that way. It'd be that way in parts of America, bro. There's like parts of which with no internet.
Oh, yeah.
And
I mean, that's the thing.
It's McCoy shit, you know.
It's so wild. But it really, I mean, just shows that even one of like the most technologically advanced places still aren't always the most advanced.
Yeah, I mean that's just demographics, really. I mean, like I said, there's parts of West Virginia like with no internet. And I saw a meme the other day where it's like, I don't understand how the U.S. can go on like this. And it was a picture of something. The first comment was like, yeah, the United States is actually just 50 third world nations in a trench coat with a military budget big enough to kill God. I'm like, oh, yeah,
No, yeah.
pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get into the whole thing of the United States because I don't do politics because I don't live there. Like,
that's true.
As long as
long
as they send my paychecks, yeah, eventually. But that's a future me problem, and fuck that guy.
I've been saying that too much lately.
But yeah, I mean that's fine. So yeah, I was trying to find your Pontiac concept, but I just found a lot of
I can't
other
either. It's weird. I have to. I don't know.
I mean,
find a picture of it. We'll talk about it next time. But either way, it was just like a 91 Grand Prix with GTO badges, and it had a V8 and a 6-speed. But it was a fucking drawing, so I mean, it's not like they actually built the thing.
Yeah.
But you can actually. The wheelbases are pretty close. The widths are pretty close. You can put. It's not putting a body on a frame because neither car has a frame. They're both unibody, but you can body swap. You know, a Firebird to a Grand Prix, where you can just cut the floor of the Grand Prix. F-body rear axle in there and make it. That's a far easier way of doing it.
I mean, I did see a really weird. Let's see if I can find it. There. I really just had it up.
What is it that you're trying to look for?
Yeah, this weird Firebird concept I'd seen. Like that one.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And then like that. Like I was like, that's so wild.
The shooting
camback. Like
yeah, the camback. Those are gross. I'm not all for it, bro.
Oh yeah, it's just weird. I mean, it looks simple to do because literally all you're doing is just it looks like the back's changed. That's it. I mean, obviously, normally the glass slides there.
There were also at the time in the 80s, because of cocaine and creativity, there were a lot of rebody like kits out there. There was if you put in a Pontiac Trojan, spelled exactly like Trojan but with no R. Yeah, so
nice.
That's a Trojan. That's a Firebird underneath, but that's the Trojan.
Nice.
It's very cool. It's very 80s. It's very neat. It's still just a Firebird though underneath.
Yeah.
They didn't really do anything to it except put a big fiberglass body on it.
Yeah.
There was a Camaro one too, but I forget what the fuck they called it. But yeah, third gen Camaro wide body kits. Those were a thing in the day too.
Yeah. And wide body kits are just
no, these ones are very retro and they look fantastic.
Would you say Camaro wide body?
Third gen Camaro specifically. Yeah, there you go. The gray one. No, the gray one. Down one more.
That?
Nope. What looks like the most retro photo in there, Dirks? The one that like someone.
This one?
Nope. Up one more. There you go. So that doesn't look like a wide body, but it actually is. You can, if you enlarge that picture, you'll see those fenders are flared out considerably. The front bumper has a lot more of a taper to it, and that hood, that's the Daytona Turbo hood. Hey, I belong to that board. At least I used to. And then there's, of course, the headlight covers, which make it more aerodynamic. And then I think if they had pictures of the back of it, you would see that there's louvers covering the rear window now. And the spoilers too. So it was a full body kit. Yeah, Stinger fiberglass. That's who that was. They still make that kit. Yeah, they made it for Trans Ams too. The hood was a little different, but
neat. Man, that's the thing. It's like one of those.
That's the kind of retro tuning I want to bring back. Tasteful,
always can
stuff.
I mean, that's the thing. Like we can definitely.
Everyone now is like, wide body. It's gonna look like Rocket Bunny. You're gonna have pocket style fender flares and canards and a big
Yeah.
stupid spoiler. No, you don't. You could make it look not shitty. You could make it look good.
Yeah, I get that it's a taste, but it's very basic. Because all of them, Rocket Bunny, I don't know, there's a few other ones, Pandem, like,
I'm
they
not
all
a fan
look
of
the
any of them.
same. It all looks the same, and it's not even,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't, there's no creativity. They all look the same.
Yeah, I'll be probably not the first one to say it, but Instagram, in large part, has ruined a very large segment of the car culture.
Yeah, it's because we gave everyone a voice, and we shouldn't. People shouldn't have voices, they suck.
Yeah, bro, your D-badged 3 Series non-M BMW with vinyl decals on your tires is not a build. You bought a car and then you put stickers on it, and then you had somebody else take the badges off because you were gonna, but then you thought you fucked it up. Like, nobody's impressed. Your dad bought you that car anyway. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely, like, I don't know. There are still decent body kit makers. That's the thing. But the thing is, even a lot of them aren't taking chances and risks like they used to.
Yeah.
Like, no one takes a risk anymore. Everyone does. That's how Rocket Bunny became so popular, because they're basically one of the bigger ones out there, because no one takes
Nobody was
risks.
doing what they did before they did it.
Like, because a lot of them. Because like Koenig doesn't really make much anymore. Fucking
No, Koenig hasn't done anything since, well,
Like-
cocaine wore off.
yeah,
Fucking,
like Koenig,
I guess
and then
the
a
Obama's
bunch.
back, even though that guy died. Sorry, he didn't die.
Yeah.
He was assassinated.
Yeah, but I mean, same thing. He's not alive
Pretty much,
anymore. He's unalive.
But no, there was some, dude, Mercedes especially, like Miami Vice era Mercedes, like went nuts in the 80s. With,
Oh, yeah.
Like one of them I saw was basically just entirely a radio studio inside that Mercedes. There were so many amplifiers and equalizers inside of it. So it had like 3 TVs in the dashboard. Like, as nuts as car customization went in the 80s, I want to see it do that again, but I hate that if it did it again, it would just be more samey, unimpressive bullshit like you see at SEMA.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. It's unfortunate, but it feels like for a lot of the creativity to find the good creative places, you have to really go out of your way. Like, really, really go out of your way. Because that's how I found the only R35 body kit I really actually like. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Because, like, I don't really like the R35. That's why I want to still buy one wrecked, and then eventually
I don't either. It's a little too aggressive.
Yeah, and it's very big. Like, I sat in one when I went into Tokyo, and it felt really big. Like, I felt like a child.
It's
like,
a
I was
big
sitting
car,
in
but
Dad's
it's
car.
not big inside. It's big.
I have to, yeah, it felt very, I didn't like it. But, like this. Like, I'd like that better, because it feels more flushed out. It feels a lot better. Like,
I don't
but
like
that's like
the
a nice
bullshit on the side there. If that were just smooth, that'd look great.
But like, I like that. That looks like, even the spoiler looks tasteful.
Tasteful.
I will say.
That's the word for it. It's tasteful.
Like, it's not just a big, oversized wing that, looks Fast and Furious. Like,
Yeah, you didn't get that
and
shit
then
from
even
West West, bro.
but like that just looks very nice. Like,
It does.
would I buy it? Probably not, because I'd rather, like me and you talked about, would be to buy one of these, literally strip the whole thing out, and then go and just put R34 parts on it, because making a modern R34, it'd still be cheaper than buying an R34.
It would.
Like nowadays.
Go to Copart and find a lightly damaged, perhaps somehow salvaged titled because the airbag is deployed, R35.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the body kit could be
16, 17 grand, and then just rebody it with like an R34 body. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's the thing. The whole body kit could be fucked. Like, we're gonna rip it off anyways. Fuck you.
Yeah,
But-
I don't care if the car needs reskinned. We're gonna reskin it anyway with something else.
And we can make it a manual, because people have already made kits to go and make the 370Z work with the GTR. with the VR38 Det. So it's definitely a possibility. Like, would it be hard? Oh, hell yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's creative. How many people are going and putting an R34 body kit on, like, body panels onto a fucking GTR?
Not a lot.
I doubt anybody has.
Probably
mainly,
at the moment, no. Yeah, probably nobody. Oh, hey, something I learned from that Viper video, rehashing things from earlier. I didn't know Carroll Shelby was so heavily involved in the design process of the Viper.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Actually,
it looks. If you were to build like a Cobra in the 90s, it would probably end up looking like a Viper. So it does make sense.
which is why they actually did make the Shelby Vipers for him as well, to basically like, hey, thank you.
Yeah.
19. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna bring up hotcars.com because I'm really lazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Full Shelby. There you go.
Like, well, there's a nice little video which I'm not gonna watch, but like, very clean, nice car. Like, not the color I'd want, but yeah, the bidding stood at 78,000, which is really, it's high for for an RT10 first gen, but still really good.
Yeah, but also it's a Shelby, and they made 19 of them.
yeah. I mean,
that's
they
made the
GTS.
Yeah. Have you seen? I think it was Hoonigan or somebody. They did the Hellcat swap into a Viper, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? There's a reason Dodge didn't put a big fucking supercharged Hemi in the Viper. It's because it was supposed to be something different.
Yeah, that just makes me lose respect for them, honestly, because it's...
I haven't respected
it
in a while.
Big...
They're just a hype machine to sell market right now. I mean, that's really all they are.
Yeah, there. Yeah, the fucking... Him actually driving... Carroll Shelby driving the car. Yeah.
Oh, there's a picture right below that, him leaning on the car at Indy.
Yeah, that's a picturesque moment right there.
I can't wait to have pictures of me like that.
I mean, unless you can, well, it'll be a few years till you get there, to that age.
It'll be quite some time. Even weirdo render shit, like, see up in the corner that blue Viper with the Cobra front end on it? Like, I love oddball shit like that. That's so neat.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that's different. Like, I'll take that.
You can tell it's photoshopped in badly. However, somebody could actually build that.
Yeah. That's the thing is, besides going back to, the body kit stuff, like, there are people that go and there's some YouTube channels I follow that I've showed you before where people go and make like, what would a modern fucking GTO look like? What would a modern, Pontiac Sunfire look like?
Yeah, and then inevitably they get shared by boomer car groups on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
like,
but that's why
2023 Chevelle, like they're never gonna bring it back. Just let it die. It's dying with your generation. Y'all ruined everything. You took all the cool cars away. Yeah, that's that shit's just, it's too fucking much, dude. And none of that shit's fucking
that one,
I guarantee you none of that shit's functional.
But like, that's
you
the
want
thing
it to look cool on Instagram so you can get likes. You're a fucking poser. You don't like cars. You like clout.
No, I like this guy's actually not too bad. I will give him something because he actually has built a few of them.
Oh, I don't mean the people that design it. I mean the people that actually build their cars like this. You don't actually give a shit about cars. I mean, that thing's fucking terrible to drive.
Yeah, it's very low. I don't really like low cars that much.
The red Ferrari in the top row looks neat.
Yeah, it's like a...
Oh, that looks less neat now. Never mind.
Weird.
Ugh. Front's cool. F40 Le Mans.
Well, yeah. But
F40 Le Mans long tail, no spoiler.
I don't know. It looks like it's supposed to be like the shooting brake sort of style. But I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. That's basically where we're at now. Like the way I feel is it's eventually, I'd say probably the next 10 years, these same people that are designing these kits, they're just going to start going and 3D rendering them and 3D printing them.
Yeah.
Like we're already basically at that point.
Just take all the skill, hard work, sweat, tears, and love out of it.
Yeah.
Just download a car. You wouldn't download a car, would you?
You basically will. You'll be downloading body kit. But I don't know. We'll see. It's unfortunately like there's not a lot of cars creativity anymore because there's not a lot of cars to be created with.
Yeah, everything is pretty bland now. It's all pretty new
Everyone's
and
doing
safe and gray.
Because even with the Viper video, like they talked about how they literally like went and Dodge was being safe.
Cars were becoming safe and economical and just sheet metal coffins and terrible econo boxes and nothing had any soul anymore. They're like, we're going to need to save America.
That's what needs to happen again. That's what needs to happen again. It's because before anyone gets all butthurt, like I don't like the new Corvette. It's overpriced. It's fucking stupid. Like, I get it. It's a 700 or whatever, however much horsepower monster. That's cool, man. I'm never gonna get to go up to the high rev range with that.
The only thing I like about the C8 is that it is a car specifically designed without its previous target demographic in mind. People who buy Corvettes historically have been late 40s, early 50s fat white guys who just want to talk about how special their car is at fucking good guys car shows.
Hell yeah.
Foreign cars in. And now the C8, people like that don't even fit in it. They can't sit in the seat.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I love that they're like, you know what, we need to forcibly remove ourselves from this problematic subgroup of car culture. So we're just gonna design the car completely fucking impossible for them. You need to be young and semi-fit to fit into a C8 and drive it properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our cars, I don't believe, will ever fall into that kind of a difficult place because they're going to be incredibly difficult to drive and dangerous.
Yeah.
Much like the Viper. Like, yeah. You can buy this. It's really cool. It's really fast. It might kill you. It's probably going to kill you. We recommend you take some advanced driving classes before you buy one of our cars. It will kill you.
Yeah. Which is why
kill you dead real fast.
Definitely no airbags. Seatbelts, yes, but that's probably about it. So basically like the first gen Viper.
Seatbelts, maybe ABS. Probably not ABS. Definitely no traction control.
No.
No variable valve timing. No automatic closing intake runners for fuel economy. Probably no catalytic converters. Real raw dangerous analog machines. Picture, if you will, you could go to a place, a warehouse perhaps in North Carolina somewhere, and you could buy from two eccentric guys a 1980s Trans Am race car from the Trans Am series. But also it's road legal and you can drive it home. That's pretty much what we're going to be selling you. Only more reliable, not quite as powerful.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah, some of those cars made like 1,000 horsepower on any. Yeah. It's like we're talking like 600 from a fuel injected V12. So. Yeah.
That's a bit much for a daily driver.
It's quite a lot for a daily driver that doesn't weigh anything and will not protect you if you overestimate yourself.
And that's the thing; it gets really easy.
Sure does.
Fortunately, like me with the Viper, I never forgot I was in a Viper because it never let me forget I was in a Viper. So, but
with those side pipes and no roof, it'd be pretty fucking hard to forget you were in a Viper.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I had the top up, but yeah, definitely. Even with the
that is the contrast between Corvette and Viper because we had one of each at the same time, and the Corvette with the roof on, was kind of comfortable and quiet, just at highway speeds, just driving it like a car, But then also you could do 160 and it would violently shake and it would scare you. But, the Viper was scary all the time. I drove it a couple times after you left just to, move it around and make sure fluids got up to temperature. And it's a frightening thing to be in. Least of all because it had all those weird wiring issues. But 90s Chrysler. Yeah. Oh, God. That was such a car, man.
Yeah.
The Corvette was a burnout machine, my guy.
Yeah, they were both really fun cars. I still miss the Viper, but I could never own it again because it's too much car for me. And that's a responsible thing to say.
Yeah, I think where you're at right now with the RX-7 is a good place to be. And I think by the time you get it back here to me for, a V8
A heart swap.
transplant and a heart transplant and some subtle tweaks. It will rise to meet your new expectations of what you want out of it.
Yeah, that's basically the goal. Is right now I'm just trying to get through these basically 3 years because that's when I can take my terminal leave and then go back to the States and then be done with the Navy. I'm just trying to get through these 3 years. That way I can come back, and then by that time the car I'll be one, happy with the car. I mean, I'm already happy with the car, but I'll continue to be happy with the car. No, I will, because the car is fantastic, so long as it doesn't fail me in any way. But even then, I know what I got myself into.
I don't believe it's gonna fail you in any way. I think you're gonna probably be fine with it. It seems like a really well taken care of, loved example, and it's not like you bought it from some E3 on base in the Marines who bought it, hammered the shit out of it.
Yeah.
It's not trashed. It's very well preserved and nice.
There. That way everyone can. But
I hate your wheels, but I love your car.
Yeah, I mean, I still do want to change.
It's such a Japanese color.
Yeah, that's why I love it. Because, so far, like, the only thing I really want to change is I want to change the rims to the Spirit R rims.
Yeah, BBS. I would bet automotively that the Japanese have more variations of white than you would find on Tinder in Linden.
Like that.
Yeah.
Where all you have to change is because I love those rims. I want to get. I already have a replica of that spoiler. I just have to get it installed at some point, and then mounted and painted. And then I want to get the fog lights installed because I do have a fog light button. I just don't want fog lights.
Oh yeah, that's easy peasy, buddy.
But yeah, basically, besides those things. Oh yeah, no, it is because I literally have the switch already installed for it. Like they already installed everything. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Besides that, it's a dream. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't like that, but like that's not even not tasteful. Like that's actually pretty mild. So, and then the only other thing is just the rubbering. You can see it starts right there and it runs the whole way, and that stops right there for that, and then it goes along again. Because
you've been tearing that up on speed bumps.
Yeah, because Okinawa roads are not the best because they're made of a special material that breaks down a lot. It's basically a scam run by the fucking island to keep people employed because, trust me, by the time they finish one side of the road, the other side of the road's already starting to break up, so they'll just keep going.
Yeah.
The same roads are always being maintained. It's ridiculous. But, yeah. Like, once I get those few things fixed, like, I could change the seats, but I probably won't, because that's a future me problem.
Back on my point about varying shades of white, though, there are 5 different shades of white on 5 different vehicles in this photo.
Yeah.
The Japanese love them a good white car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, white's that racing color, which is why I paid a premium just to get this in white.
Oh, yeah, it's the easiest thing to either paint or apply decals over.
I would never put decals. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never put decals on it, but I would definitely like to have the paint touched up at some point, but that's a...
You know what I love specifically about my ideal Trans Am and your ideal RX-7 is they both have a lower behind the front wheel fender vent. And I'm sure that on both of them it's functional. It's probably for brake cooling.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't think on the Trans Ams it is, but on mine it's definitely going to be. I will cut right out that fucker and I will run ducting to the caliper. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That will be my brake cooling duct. Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, that's definitely one thing. Like, we have a lot of ideas for people watching, so I hope you continue to follow us because
we're gonna make a lot of neat shit eventually.
Yeah. I mean, I think even if it's not, we don't make a lot of revenue from it, it's still what I want to do because I do enjoy driving.
As long as we can do it and continue to, like, survive comfortably, which I think with our combined passive incomes won't be a problem at all, I'm never going to stop doing my dream job. I get to build cool cars and then film Top Gear-esque segments of them on the test track we also built. Like, what?
Yeah.
You're kidding me? This is the best job ever.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're telling me
It's not something a lot of people get to do.
You're telling me I get to build shit in the same vein like K.L. Shelby would. I get to then hoon it around the test track a la Jeremy Clarkson, and I also get to do podcasts with my friends and talk about cars and shit like Matt Farrer. Like, dude, that's the best fucking job ever.
Oh, yeah.
What
And
does it
the
pay?
thing is,
I don't care what it pays. I've never been happier.
yeah. It'll have soul, and that's the important thing.
It'll be a hell of a lot of soul.
Just because it's...
Instead of waxing the cars, we're going to get soul glow. Polish them all with soul glow. Let your soul glow. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Especially the 6-wheeled Cadillac. We got to soul glow that shit.
Yeah, that'll be wild.
Yeah, my Villafort Alvarado.
Okay. You mean your one that's based on the fucking Cyberpunk car?
The 6-wheeled Cyberpunk 70s Cadillac? Fuck yes, dude. I'm absolutely building one of those.
So wild.
What was that 1920s fucking Gatsby looking shit you wanted to build? And I was like, I'm going to put a Cummins in it because that's simple.
Oh, the Delahaye?
The Delahaye, yes. Yeah, the Delahaye is a fantastic looking thing, but it's going to look and sound and perform period correct with a fucking 5.9 Cummins in it. And that engine's all mechanical. You can literally run it with a single wire.
Yeah. But I mean, that's basically the whole point is like...
Yeah.
That's... Yeah.
I mean, in the 20s, it wouldn't be without reason that you could go to someone like Delahaye or something to coach build you a beautiful car, and then you could go to Cummins and be like, I want a straight 6 for this, and they would build you one.
Well, I mean,
Probably
the Delahaye is based on the Bugatti.
Right. But there were a lot of coach builders back then.
Yeah.
Forgive me for not naming them all. There's a lot, and they're all defunct. And unless you were alive back then or read a lot of books, you don't know who they all were.
Yeah.
At one time, there was a Playboy car company.
Hell
Completely separate from the magazine. It was just made a little car look about like a V8 Ford, the Playboy.
I'm trying to see if I can find a thing of it. I forgot. I actually did find it.
What were you looking for?
There you go.
Yeah, the Playboy. It's a cute little car.
Very neat.
Yeah.
Very, very neat.
A little bit of Nash, a little bit of two-door Ford, you know.
Exactly, all you need.
The 1948 Playboy.
Shoot, trying to think. Covered that. Let's see what else we have to cover. Oh, so Jesus Christ.
Nice. Oh, the Red Green Show. Fuck yeah, dude. Red
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching that earlier.
Yeah, man.
For people that, are, from earlier time than us.
If you have some culture. If you like things that are good, not things that are popular.
Yeah, this is an old show that ran for 15 years. It was a fucking Canadian show. And it's all on YouTube.
It was like, kind of like Canadian Benny Hill.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I just throw it on because it's really good for background noise.
Another great show that fucking the actor who plays Saul Goodman, I forget his name, but he wrote for. He's a brilliant comedy writer. He wrote for SNL for a long time, but he wrote for Mr. Show. Mr. Show was a fucking funny show back in the day. It was just kind of ahead of its time.
Oh yeah, okay, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, what is his name? No, anyway.
Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk, yeah. Yeah, he's a brilliant comedy writer. He's a hilarious guy.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, you could go and say that even about, like, Hugh Laurie. Like, Hugh Laurie did a really good thing as, House, but he was a British comedian back in the day.
Yeah.
Which, that whole story is just ridiculous.
Some of my favorite comedians are British.
They are pretty funny.
They're funny people. I think it comes with all the suffering, you know.
That's I am not gonna get involved in that one.
A certain level of suffering and trauma makes you hilarious, you know. I think that's why I'm so funny. My life is pain.
Life is pain. Life is pain. Here, I'm gonna see if I can find you another car.
Oh boy.
What?
The list of things you're gonna have me fucking build is already so vast and diverse.
Oh no, I was seeing if there's anything on.
Oh, you're looking for a
Craigslist.
Trans Am for me? Oh.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll wait. I'll wait till I have the money and a job again. What
Yeah,
I
I'm
need
not
more than
seeing anything.
anything. Where would I put it though? I was gonna say what I need more than anything is a trailer, so I can just go get this shit. But then where the fuck would I put my trailer? I have 2 parking spots and 2 garage bays, and shit's filling up
Yeah. Yeah. It's becoming quite a conundrum.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, I mean,
Honestly, I'm not
Okay.
opposed to like a well done, tasteful, any year 3rd gen Firebird or Trans Am because the parts commonality and availability is so good that like I can buy any of them and then turn them into what I want. I'm not vitally worried that oh no, it's got to be a numbers matching. Other reason it's got to be 82. You want to have these uphill cards. I'm not a rivet counter. I don't care. I'm going to build it how I want it. What are you about to show me? Share that screen. Drop that bomb on us.
I found a U level car.
That's a me level car. Yeah. That's an 83 automatic. Man, I can swap that. Originally 5.0 auto, car has a newish Edelbrock carb. Paint was complete shit, so recently sanded her down as best I could with Watt sandpaper. I had left and hit it with good of gray primer. But runs and drives decent. Needs some love to be perfect again, but very doable. Where is that? Wenatchee? That's fucking far. Maps Linden to Wenatchee. Don't get me wrong. If I could get somebody to go with me, I could get that and buy it and bring it back here.
$4 hours.
That's the drive, buddy.
That is a drive, but I mean, it's also $1,200.
Oh, I can get it for $1,000, no problem.
Yeah, see?
My biggest thing is like, how long has it been sitting there with that window down and a for sale sign taped over it? It snowed a couple times, bud, and it's got one Steely. It's got a J.C. Whitney ass fake chrome rim.
So the rears look like
the rears are them shitty alloys from the 80s, and the fronts are just straight up Steelies that somehow fit. Probably don't fit well, actually. I no interior pictures. I can tell the headliner's falling down because I can see it falling down.
Oh yeah, right there. Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing. You're getting $1,000.
I'm getting $1,000 car for $1,000. Yeah, but you know that's very cool, very workable.
Like
see that? I feel like I don't know. Just because I remember a time when that was $1,000 car, I feel like $4,000 is too much for that car.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's like that's what it is.
Yeah, someone drives this every day as it is. So you know.
The fuck is that? The fuck?
Oh yeah, Fiero kit cars.
God, it's terrible. Yeah, and then I found a 55, which.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I saw that one the other day. I was like, oh wow, that's really something. It's got Camaro RS rims on it. It's got new
seats,
leather seats out of something, but again automatic. But I can swap that or just do.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's hard to beat the thousands.
Yeah, it's hard to beat $1,000 car that I got to make a $700 paint job on and then immediately sell for $4,000. You know, it's like
yeah.
Would I do that? No, I'd keep it and I'd never get rid of it because it's exactly what I want. It's even got the ground effects intact, bro. It's rare. One of the things I'd definitely be doing though is deleting the marker lights on the side. That yellow one in the front, the red one in the rear. Yeah, it's so easy to just pop those out, cut out a little piece of sheet metal, weld it in, grind it smooth, reprime it. It looks like it was never there. You see what I mean? It's got the front fender rear vents though, exactly like your RX-7 does.
Yeah.
Just
hell yeah.
2 very similar vehicles from very different worlds.
Many miles apart.
Many miles apart.
Yeah, that whole thing's fucking wild.
Yeah, when I get my money, I might message that guy, see if it's still there. I'm sure I convinced Miller to ride to Wenatchee with me so I could buy a firework.
Yeah, I doubt it'd be hard to convince.
Hi, Miller.
He's pretty. Yeah, Miller. Hope you're watching. Probably not, because I don't know what time it is there.
It is almost 1:30 and he's probably at work.
Oh yeah. That poor bastard.
Yeah, he's doing fine. You know, he's loving life. He's super Dad Miller. He's going to get a master's, and I'm never going to call him Dr. Miller, but I will call him Master Miller because that was a character in Metal Gear Solid.
I'll just call him Daddy Miller.
Well, no, I'm Dad. I'm everybody's dad. I'm like,
yeah, but he has kids though, so now he has.
I probably do too. I didn't say anything. I probably got more than he does.
I'm not getting into that one. Yeah, so.
I'm never going to go back to the Philippines unless everything goes really wrong.
Well, yeah.
Then if I do go back,
you go to the Philippines,
it won't be Subic Bay. It'd probably be Manila. Like the envelope.
yeah.
Yeah. God damn it, indeed, buddy.
Trying to think of what else we had. Oh, so went and got a passively aggressive note because apparently Okinawa overall. So my apartment has a trash area and then like a recyclable area.
Yeah.
So apparently, I'm being that guy, and I'm that. You know how the American trash industry is. It's like, it's all in the trash, whatever. It's all trash. Like no one cares. Apparently they care because I throw my fucking spam mail into the burnable pit and I don't separate it into paper. Because apparently what you're supposed to do is when you get paper, you're supposed to make a bundle of it and then wrap it up with twine and then put it out there. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, fuck that. That sounds like too much work. And I gotta go buy twine. Where the fuck do I buy twine? There's a Tractor Supply in this country.
So, so I've been doing that, and I'm gonna probably just drop it off on base because base doesn't care. But then they're also complaining because apparently I'm not using the right trash bags because apparently what you need to do is you need to put your trash bags in Okinawa city bags that you have to buy. So what I end up doing is I end up I bought their stupid bags and I just they don't fit in my trash can though, so, which is funny because my trash can is Japanese, so I don't understand how it doesn't fit, but that's a whole nother thing. So I use my trash bags in my trash can, and then when I'm done, I put my trash bag in their trash bag, and then I throw it out there. So if I have a problem with that, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like I'm not
all my
about
trash is in the trash bag. It just happens that I also put all my trash into a separate bag before I put it in the trash bag, which is fine.
Yeah, they also have a problem because apparently when you recycle, because I tried to recycle wine bottles and I had a huge fit about that because apparently you're supposed to take the labels off, and I'm like, so you want me to
de-label
take the label off?
That's what they do with their recycling plants. Part of their job. It's fine.
I'm like, so I'm like, holy shit, what the hell what are they even hired for? What do they do?
They put the glass on the conveyor belt and it goes into the thing.
So I'm basically at the point where anything that is too big, like, if it's too big of a deal, I'll just put it into a separate bag and then I literally just not right now because I'm at home, but whenever I go back to work, I'm just going to take it to work and throw it on base trash. Like, yeah,
fuck it. Don't even fight it. Don't even deal with no hassle. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like on base, they don't care. They deal with it the same way they deal with like American trash. Like where it's all trash. Like I'm sorry, I'm not
trash. We trashed it.
Like I go and I sort my cans and my Japanese bottles because they have a pull tab that you can pull the plastic off. Like nice and easy, but like
that's cool.
American Minute Maid like lemonade and shit like that.
Yeah.
That shit's adhesive on with like fucking Gorilla Glue. Like I ain't taking that off, man.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
No ain't happening. Ain't happening.
Like I don't care about the environment that much.
I don't give a shit about it at all. The environment exists for me to drive through it in my race car.
I mean, it's all fucked anyway, so I don't care.
Yeah, it's all fucked. I mean, we can't fix it.
Yeah, we're past that point.
Being fucked while we can, until we can't anymore. And then we just, super genius Elon's going to colonize Mars.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
After he spends, another how many billion or whatever or million on fucking
that dipshit
Twitter or whatever.
Twitter.
Yeah.
But I just
on a positive note,
all my trash in the can. As soon as I'll go check the mail at the mailbox, and I'll just take junk mail, and I won't even open it. I'll just throw it in the trash can on my way inside. I had brought my trash can off the street and back up into my yard by the garage in 4 months. I'm just like, why would I even do that? Then I gotta get up and put it out. I'm gonna just leave it where they put it up. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
one of my neighbors.
That's what that should be.
Little blonde girl with a big old ass who walks her St. Bernard all the time is like passive aggressively keeps moving it off the sidewalk and onto the street, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit. They'll pick it up wherever. I don't fucking care. You move it if you want. Move it on the street. I'll leave it in the street. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, like
if somebody hits it, not my fucking trash can. It technically belongs to the trash people. So.
Yeah. That whole thing is just ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
one of the things that's just been frustrating me because it's something so simple and it's like, why is this a big deal? Why is this a big deal? Do you not like?
Why do you have nothing better to do than care about this?
Yeah, but about trash. But I don't know. It's whatever. Once I go back to work, it's basically never a problem because I go and I sort my trash into Hero pick it up, or I just take it to work.
Yeah,
and they deal with it. But
so what you been doing in all your free time since you've been off work, recuperating?
Basically a lot of sleep, or trying to sleep. But
hopefully you have been getting more sleep because sleep deprivation will fuck you up hardcore.
Ish. Like today, I took a sleeping pill, and then I fell asleep at 2 or 3 because I was watching the Game Awards because I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And then I was just having a good hoot because of that. And then I think I woke up at 7. I slept 5 or 6, 7 hours.
6 is enough. 6 is good.
It was good enough.
Function well on 6. I don't know how many I got. I fell asleep somewhere around 4:30 a.m. last night.
Mm.
I also have unlimited free time these past 2 days because I got fired for doing the right thing, which we already talked about.
So
I just been doing shit and watching Grand Teacher Onizuka because I've never finished it. I got 8 episodes in, and then for some reason I just got busy with work and stopped watching it. And I would just the endless cycle of school, work, come home, watch YouTube, fall asleep on the couch happened for months. But now I'm watching it again, and I like that. It's a good pervy anime, good old 90s anime.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a peak 90s anime.
Yeah, beating my meat like Rocky, fucking vaping, smoking cigarettes again, because life be stressful.
Yeah, that's fair after everything that happened.
It's not like I'm addicted to smoking. I just be smoking because it's it makes me look so cool.
+3 to cool factor.
Yeah, it's +3 to cool, +1 to charisma. Yeah. I've been cooking a little bit. I've been making a lot of hamburgers recently.
Damn, I'm jelly. Yeah,
do you
Japanese
miss my hamburgers?
beef. I just miss American burgers in general because you can get ground beef here.
Burgers whenever you want, bud. We're gonna be living together in a warehouse in North Carolina.
Yeah. Oh Jesus, it got dark. But yeah, Japanese beef is not the same. I don't know what they put in it, but it's not normal stuff that you get in a.
It's not what they put in it. It's what they don't put in it.
Yeah.
It's like the Japanese cigarettes. This same pack of Lucky Strikes in Japan is $1. These are $10.24 at a gas station here in Washington.
Yeah.
And also the Japanese cigarettes I've smoked, I felt had almost no effect on me. They did not feel bad for me. I'm not gonna say they aren't bad for you. I'm sure they are, but every motherfucker over there smoked, and none of them old people got cancer. So evidently they're doing something better than we are.
Probably good healthcare.
Could be that. Could be that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a wild thing, but
So it's
yeah.
been a good, solid podcast. I had fun. We've still.
Yeah, we miss
I don't
again.
think we've ever actually like done one of these in a good professional way where we like have talking points written down on a notebook and we go over them. But like,
I mean,
one
I
day.
had talking points on the side here on my phone, but that's like it. The main things I want to talk about was like Terminator Resistance because I'd beaten that.
Oh yeah,
Those
dude.
trash,
Spill all
the trash bags. I mean, that game was really good. I'm honestly surprised. Like
Did you
for a
find
$20 game.
the Terminator 1 nightclub Easter egg?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
the bar where Sarah Connor,
Yeah.
the Terminator finds her in the first movie, Technoir, which is an awesome name for a bar. If we ever open a bar, we're gonna call it Technoir. You can find the remnants of it in Los Angeles, and if you go and like activate something behind the bar, like it plays the song from the movie, which is a good song. Fucking 80s shit, love that.
Yeah, that game was full of references. I think it had like 2 other references. It had one of the arm.
Yeah, well,
And then it had.
I told you when I told you about the game, like every weapon icon in your HUD, the picture is of like Arnold's weapon from Terminator 1. So like when you get the Uzi, like it's a picture of the Uzi 9mm from the movie. Like when you have the 45, it's the 45 auto from the movie. You know, it's
That shit was great.
yeah.
But
That was
it was definitely. Yeah, I didn't get the DLC because I saw the mixed reviews, and also I didn't really want to pay for it. Like I don't know, it's one of those. I like DLC, but I don't really want to pay extra for them.
I don't understand the people who are like butthurt and upset that Phantom Liberty is going to cost money. It's like, when has DLC ever like not cost money, guys? Come on, let's be real. I'll happily pay for it. It looks fucking dope. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, if I can get it for free, but if the DLC is good, I'll pay money for it. But like, I don't know, like the Terminator one, it didn't look that good enough to be paid for. But
I don't understand how they're like, yeah, we're going to be doing a Game of the Year edition. I'm like, what? With your one DLC included? Why would most people who are playing the game already have it, and they're gonna
that's
buy
one thing I don't
DLC?
understand.
All the other DLCs and patches were free. Like, why would you?
The only thing I can see is that they're just gonna put all the DLC and patches, like all the patches, just there. That way, it's like day one, you put the game in, it's all good to go.
One
That's the only thing I can
massive
see.
download when you buy the Game of the Year edition.
But like, I don't know.
I'm not gonna buy the Game of the Year edition because I already have the game. I'm gonna buy the DLC and I have everything else, and I've got mods.
And it's on Steam. Like
Some
I don't
mods,
buy physical.
some mods I highly recommend for Cyberpunk. Let There Be Flight. Very cool, very Blade Runner, very Fifth Element, very dangerous.
Yeah.
The flying cars do not control well. They control like shit. You can't stop them. It's like driving a boat almost, but in the sky. But yeah, very good mod. A really good one that I was talking to somebody about in one of the Cyberpunk groups I'm in on Facebook. Hybrid Sandevistan Cyberdecks. Because you'll know, in game you can't have the Sandevistan and the Cyberdeck at the same time.
Oh yeah.
But quite a few NPC enemies you've run up against do have the ability to quick hack you and also use Sandevistan abilities. And also, nowhere in the lore is it canon that you can't have a Sandevistan and a Cyberdeck. So I've got the Netwatch NetDriver Mark V and the Chianti Rage Mark V Sandevistan. It's a hybrid Cyberdeck Sandevistan. And I've got various mods applied to it too, and I wish that I've downloaded a couple mods that add in legendary variants of all cyberware. Because there's some things that's like I want a legendary variant of that because I want to be a fully orange chromed out legendary cyberware guy. Like, well, Kuroshi optics only go up to rare,
Yeah.
The legs and
which
arms,
is weird.
or the arms can do legendary, but like the legs only go up to I think blue, which I think is uncommon. So it's like, why would you not just make legendaries of everything? So I do. I have all legendary cyberware and shit.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't understand is I don't know. I feel like they could have made legendaries just based on like different jump heights.
Well, jump heights are like the amount of jumps you can do, or like
so something.
with Kuroshi optics, I mean, maybe the amount of zoom you can get, maybe how quickly you automatically identify threats when enemies are alert or whatever. You know, they could have. And what I found out through mods is if you use the Cyber Engine Tweaks console to run the command that forces all your cyberware in your inventory to become legendary, the status effects do increase on like a rated scale to like the legendary level. So like it's not as though they couldn't have done it.
They just didn't.
It just didn't. It got forgotten, left on the back burner. It never got finished. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
Problems
It's a
development.
It'll be better next time because they'll be doing it on the Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah,
which has already proven.
I still love it in the Red Engine. I mean, cars are kind of janky. You know, third person looks Fallout 3 levels of janky, but I love that it's kind of charming. You know, but yeah, I hate the amount of shit I see on like Reddit and Facebook groups for Cyberpunk and shit. Where they're like, is the game good now? Like it always was. The game was always good. Did the game always run perfectly? No. Were there bugs? Yeah, there were bugs, but the game itself, the story, the elements, the environments, the characters, everything about the game was always good. You know,
it's hard to get past it all, though. When if you played on like the 360 PS3, you couldn't really enjoy the story because of the other problems.
Hey, I'll say it right now. If you tried playing games in 2021 on PS3 and 360, that is your own fucking fault for having issues. First of all.
But I mean, that's the thing. It's not everybody can afford, a nice PC or the new PS5. Like,
I don't have a nice PC. I have an old gaming laptop. I rebuilt a couple times.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at what the equivalent would be for a GPU for the PS3, let me see if I can.
Yeah, this is a Acer Predator Helios 300, and it has where'd the sticker go? GTX 1060. And I don't have a lot of RAM. I think I have 8 gigs of RAM. I don't remember. But yeah, I bought this laptop from you, and I replaced the charging port because the plastic inside is broken. And then I bought a new battery, not specifically for this laptop, but for a similar laptop. And then it worked enough that it plugged in and it charged and everything. So yeah, it's been going strong for like 4 years now.
Yeah,
I worked the shit out of it.
The equivalent PS3 GPU would be a 7950 GT, and at launch date, the MSRP was $115 for that GPU. Like that GPU is so old. That it's before they started doing that whole nomenclature for the, how they do it now, the 980, the 1080, the 20, like that was before that, way before that.
Well, herein lies a problem. How does Sony and Microsoft get off and fucking charging so much money for these consoles when they don't perform well?
Yeah, I mean that's the problem is they should be making them. So the PS3, I mean, it is old. It came out in 2006.
Yeah. Well, let's just go modern. Let's talk a PS5 compared to my laptop.
Let's see the GPU equivalent. It is equivalent to the 2070. So
twice as good as my laptop, but yet I can play Cyberpunk with very high settings.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have frame skip or slowdown, and I've always had very few bugs while playing the game. I'm pretty sure even you noticed that, like, when you came home and played it on the laptop before you built a PC. Like, we didn't have, like, the T-posing, the shit flipping out, the bug. We didn't have any of that when we were playing the game. And I don't know why. Maybe we got lucky? I don't know.
That's my assumption, would be just lucky.
I've had very few bugs in my time in Cyberpunk. I've had some trouble with, like, things popping in as the world populates, and then, like, crashing my car, but, like, that can be fixed with a mod that turns off that faraway traffic render thing,
Yeah.
And changing ground density settings. Like, that's a fixable thing that you could have done. You can't complain about the game doing that. You didn't set it up right,
Yeah. I mean, like, that sort of thing I would feel like would be just the developers is not optimizing properly, because it does show, like, even the big game that came out that I told you about was Callisto Protocol. It was supposed to be the big Dead Space like replacement. It is absolutely terrible. I've seen multiple YouTubers. One of them quit had some GPU hard crash on him, and he literally had to stop playing for 3 days till he got it all figured out. But a lot of people have quit the game, and that's why their reviews are terrible, because it's poorly optimized. I've seen people with 3080s get down to 10 frames a second. Like, just randomly. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is terrible. So I would say some of it is just, some companies just don't optimize properly. Other than that, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me why it was still bad on PS5 and Xbox, whatever series, whatever. Because it should be good. I don't know what the Xbox is, but the PS5 is running equivalent of like a 2070.
Common naming convention. That's their next.
Yeah, it's stupid. Should just make it easy, but it's unfortunate. Like, I feel bad for gaming, like console gamers, because that's what they deal with. But like, I don't know.
I was a console gamer for a long time. I refused to embrace the PC because I was like, I don't know, I don't know code, I don't know how to set up things, I don't know how to do shit. It really wasn't that hard to learn.
Yeah, no, you're not really doing too much.
Who knows how to do a couple things, and he just shows you, and you're like, oh, okay. Oh, cool, I can do this now.
Yeah.
Now I'm like modding games and fucking, it took a couple months to like figure it out. But like, once you figure it out, like, there you go. You're off and running.
Really, the main thing would be difficult would be if you're trying to like do hundreds of mods. Like, you're trying to get Skyrim to look like a 2022 game. So you're doing hundreds of mods. Like, that gets difficult because you're dealing with collisions of mods and stuff like that. You have to do load orders and stuff like that. Yeah, but if you're just trying to do 10 or less,
you're gonna have fucking conflicting mods and shit. You're gonna shit breaking each other. Yeah.
So that gets difficult.
New Vegas, I've got like probably 200 mods in the New Vegas. And again, I launch it. I run everything through Vortex and Nexus mods. It makes it fucking easy as shit. And do I still have New Vegas crashes sometimes? Yeah, it's New Vegas. It's janky. It crashes. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So I don't know.
Load it up again. Keep playing. Takes like a minute.
It's just like carbon fiber. I feel like computers are just you have to deal with that initial startup cost. But after that, then you're good.
Initial entry is the toughest part. But if you do something like what Miller did, and you like build a reasonable like mid-tier gaming PC, like you'll be 5-6 years future-proof, and even then, excuse me,
consoles have been lasting
5-6 years
forever.
Future-proof with running all the newest games on the highest end.
You
can be like me with a 7-year-old laptop and play Cyberpunk on high instead of ultra, and still really enjoy it, have very few issues, and fully immersed in the experience with mods. I got like 85 mods in Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
The car mod shop is great. I have another one called Chop Shops, where you can just straight up steal calibers off the street and then go sell them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot.
I want immersive RPG elements, and I've been downloading mods that are immersive RPG elements. I want to be a trauma team medic. Like, let me play that
would be
game.
nice. Yeah, do the actual stuff.
And then when I get old, I want to retire from that and become a Ripper Doc. Set up my own nice little clinic in Japantown.
Oh my god. But I don't know. It's unfortunate that people do have to deal with that. Like, I feel bad for the people that did buy that game and like genuinely could not
completely
get their money back.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me. I forget which game it was, but it was on the PS3, and it just was a piece of shit. You just couldn't fucking play it. But I did. I just returned it to GameStop, and I was like, man, I just won't play this game. I'll watch somebody play it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Is like back in the day, that was a problem because like there was no patches, but like nowadays there's patches.
The day one
just
patch.
don't buy a game on day one. Just wait. That's what a lot of people
did that with Cyberpunk. They waited,
Yeah.
And now they're playing it, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's because of Edge Runners." I was like, "It's an okay cartoon. Like, okay. Like, I'm glad it got you to like cyberpunk things. Now, please, for the love of God and my sanity, branch outside of just that cartoon.
Yeah, that's a
Read
problem.
some of the stories from Red. Read a couple lore books if you can find some. Buy them on eBay, Amazon, whatever. Play the game.
Or just
Stop trying to be David Martinez. Stop sexualizing the lolly character. Please stop simping for the lolly character who's purposely looking like a little girl. Please stop it. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's creepy. It makes me hate the cyberpunk culture. It's finally dying down, but it was like a good 4 months of just all the cyberpunk groups just with, I made this fan art of Rebecca. And it's basically.
Yeah, it was just weird.
It's fucking.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 95% of it was. That's why I muted the whole channel. Because it was terrible.
Yeah. Everyone's like, if you go here in the game, you can find David's jacket. I'm like, yeah, I already have the coolest jacket in the game. It's Johnny Silverhand's jacket. I don't give a shit about David.
Yeah, I mean, and it's even nowadays, like, it's people like, did you know the game did this? And it's like, yes, we all knew about that.
15 unknown cyberpunk features. Like, that's been in the game since day one. And yeah, I've known about it.
So,
I'm surprised none of those channels have caught on to when you try and leave Night City or climb the mountains in the dome. It'll glitch your OS out and turn you around and put you, like, 50 feet back from where you were. I have a mod that stops that from happening, and I went and investigated. There's nothing special in any of the places.
Well, yeah, no, there wouldn't.
There's anything.
No.
But I love the message that it gives you when it does that. The little pop-up that comes up on your OS. It's like, turn back, Choom. There's nothing out here for you yet. Like, oh, they're going to add stuff? Oh, they're going to add stuff? Probably not. I don't know where this new area of Night City is. They say, oh, it's the combat zone. It's like the part of Pacifica you can't get to. I'm like, well, if you have a flying car, there's nothing in the map you can't get to. I don't know how big you want to make this area, but there's not a whole lot of inaccessible area in Pacifica, you know?
If I remember correctly, the combat zone's a closed down area, like a closed off area. Like it's locked, like they have guards blocking it.
I don't know. I'll be interested to see. I know that. I saw the stadium in the first trailer, so I know it's around there. But like, I've been around there, and like, because if you want to just level up straight skills, because even if you've reached your level max of like 50, like, you can still level up your skills and attributes. You can get attribute points. So if you want to level up like melee or pistols or machine guns, or whatever, you could you can run the beach loop in Pacifica and just like slaughter Valentinos for like hours just running the beach loop. And I did that for a couple hours one day, just, upgrading melee and my blade skills. Because, I'm always a gunslinging street samurai, because that's just the archetype I fall into most. I love it. I should mention, I've played through the game 13 times. I've played pretty much every archetype. The one I like best is a street samurai with a pistol backup who can also do quick axe. That's why I have the NetDriver Mark V Cyber Deck, because it's got I think 11 RAM and a buffer size of 10 and a recovery rate of 60% in a minute. So it's of course I have the best cyber deck. I want the best shit.
Yeah, here. So Neon Arcade went and did a
new video?
No, it's a 2 months old. But then he did that one, and then he also did a whole thing on the combat zone, like what it is.
Yeah, check out Neon Arcade, and for anybody who's watching and really likes Cyberpunk, check out Neon Arcade, check out Wisefish. Wisefish does a lot of lore videos, but also what I like about Wisefish is he gets the lore correct.
Yeah,
that's so many of these guys just clickbait post fucking cyberpunk videos.
Oh yeah,
who's that one guy who every other day, I swear to God, this guy's got a huge new update for cyberpunk. As the title. Yeah, it's just always like, yeah, they did a couple bug fixes and the newest patch, and pretty much that was it. And it's like, stop it, you ass. But yeah.
See if I can find his channel.
I appreciate people who get the lore right. There's that one channel we watched. He had some long videos, and they were detailed, and he had imagery and stuff from the actual lore books, and all of his videos that were true and about lore, about Night City, about people. They all came out before the game came out. Like that's how dedicated he was. He did all these like 45-minute long videos about the whole expanded Cyberpunk universe before the game even existed.
Yeah, and that's
That's how I know he got his information correct. 'Cause it's like, well, how did he know that? Like, well, because he read the fucking books that I have right here. He read all of them, just like I did.
Yeah.
He knows the stories.
Yeah. That's definitely good because unfortunately not a lot of, I wouldn't say not a lot of, I would say a lot of them have them. It's hard to find them because like if you look at like Fallout series, like Shottycast did a whole lot of the lore stuff.
Shottycast had a lot of lore. They had a little bit of flexible creativity with it, but I liked a lot of their lore videos are accurate and factual and correct. They reference the Fallout Bible from Chris Avallone. They reference the actual games. They go back as far as Fallout 1 and 2.
And even does like how realistic would it be? Like, how would a plasma rifle work? Like, what would make it, like, well, how would a stim pack work? What would, like, it goes into all that.
Clickbait ass Fallout 4 channels out there like, we're gonna make Nuka-Cola.
Yeah.
You're getting entirely too hype and giddy about like all the wrong parts of the shit. Fallout 4 is a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just Bethesda.
That is just Bethesda. Bethesda makes pieces of shit, pretty much.
Because having watched the StarCraft video, StarCraft? No, not StarCraft. Whatever, Starfield?
Starfield. Yeah.
I think.
I paid no attention to that. Never seemed like my kind of game.
I didn't, but I watched one of the YouTubers, which is another one that we watch, Zach Hazard with Mike Burnfire. They went and did a whole thing, and they showed and they talked about the.
Love them.
For anybody watching, Zach Hazard and Mike Burnfield are two YouTubers. Zach Hazard typically does stuff on Mike Burnfire's channel, but they're both ex-military people that have really good stories about their time serving. I'm still serving, but you know.
Additionally, I feel like if you want to check out a particular Fallout mod, I think they've played all of them. So if there's a Fallout New Vegas mod that exists, I'm pretty sure they played it.
Yeah, they've done basically all of the big mods. They've basically gotten to the point now where they're kind of out of stuff, so they're doing other games. Like
they are doing Fallout 4, even though it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean they're modding the crap out of it.
Pretty good. Is it 7, 8, 7? Whatever the newest Resident Evil game with the big lady.
8.
Yeah,
8.
With the big lady.
They did that. They're doing Skyrim because might as well. Like they're kind of out of stuff. Zach played Callisto and then immediately got pissed off by it, which I can't blame him. They just beat Dead Space 2.
I figure as much as they like Dead Space, like he would have given Callisto Protocol like a more effort try, you know. But then I think he told me like it crashed his PC, and then he was like,
"No, that was
Neo."
Oh. Yeah, it was Neocranium, a different YouTuber. But yeah, Zach, I didn't get to see his because I think I was watching something else at the time, but it was a very short stream because it was just he hated it.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just a melee
terrible
game.
Games. I mean, I do love some terrible games. Metal Gear Solid 5 is basically a movie and it's completely unfinished, but I fucking love that game.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Everybody has their own taste.
That's one of 3 games I've 100%ed. And that took a fucking while.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
That's a hefty game to 100%.
Yeah, hard pass.
First game I 100%ed and got the Platinum Trophy for, not that difficult. It was just San Andreas. That's pretty easy. It's pretty cake. You can just do that. You can do that like a weekend. You're dedicated, you know. That Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I also had Ground Zeroes, and I 100%ed Ground Zeroes so that I could have special unlockable shit in The Phantom Pain.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and Cyberpunk. I've 100%ed Cyberpunk. I've done everything there is to do in that game multiple times. Which is why I'm modding it now. I wanted to be sure I was 100% of it.
Yeah.
Before I started adding shit with mods. And now that I have mods, I'm like, wow, I shouldn't have waited so long to do mods, but like now I know like when shit happens, I'm like, is this part of the mod or is this part of the game? I'm like, oh, this is part of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those.
Oh, there's some really talented modders in the cyberpunk community.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to just extend an appreciation to them for all that they do in creating expanded universe elements to this game, because it feels kind of shitty that something was such a piece of artwork to you and you loved it so intensely and the creator abandoned it, essentially. I mean, I know they're coming out with the DLC and everything, but they've announced that essentially Cyberpunk 2077 and the Red Engine are dead.
Yeah.
You get this DLC and then that's it. They're going to do another game.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
eventually.
Yeah, that'll be great. I'm sure.
Probably
I'm
the
going to
next
play it. I'm going to love
decade.
it. As long as they did I'm thinking like 4 or 5 years.
Well, they're doing Witcher first.
I don't give a shit about The Witcher, man.
There you go. That's the thing, though. That's
about The Witcher.
That's their bread and butter. But yeah, so probably close to a decade, I'd say, because they're gonna do Witcher and then they're gonna do DLC for it, and then they'll probably start doing more Cyberpunk stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think that there are a lot of good modders. Clearly based on Bethesda actually poaching a lot of modders from the Fallout London team, which is Fallout London is a mod where you literally play in London, and it looks phenomenal.
It's a Fallout 4 mod, and it was really well done. What was the other one?
Well, it's not finished yet.
Wasn't the other one Miami? Miami or Louisiana, I think.
No, you're thinking of Miami. Well, that's another mod that's not finished yet. But like they both look really good. It's just they're not finished because mods take time. But I mean, they look really good. They look pretty.
Yeah, when you're making a that high level of mod, you're essentially building another AAA game inside of someone else's engine. Yeah. It's
and I mean that's the thing. You're basically making a game better.
Yeah.
Like you're making the game better which isn't saying much for Fallout 4 because that was a piece of crap.
It was so fucking boring and depressing.
And it was hard to care about any of the characters. They were just terribly written.
I couldn't care about anything in that fucking game. I wanted to install a mod where I could kill everybody because I fucking hate the Boston accent so much.
I don't know. I did not like any of the characters. They were all terribly written. Like,
if you make any kind of consumable media and you want me to hate it, set it in Boston. I'll fucking hate it.
But yeah, I don't know.
Life be strange.
It's unfortunately at this point, like I've kind of given up on a lot of the AAA games because even my favorite company, From Software, who makes all the Dark Souls games, they make Bloodborne, they make Armored Core, which I don't play, but
Elden Ring.
They're never going to put Bloodborne on PC, so I have to deal with it on PS4, and which means I'm locked to 30 frames per second, and it's absolutely frustrating.
Yeah. I'm excited for a new Armored Core. There hasn't been one in a long time. I played the shit out of them on the PS1. Back then, you could carry over your save file from Armored Core to Armored Core 2 and to Armored Core 3. And I did every time, because you could carry over secret and special weapons and mech parts if you did it that way. Once you found all the secret items, you could carry them over with your save file.
That's like good stuff.
Yeah, I was OP as shit on the PS1, bro. Even the PS3 titles that I did play, because I didn't play a lot on the PS2 Armored Core games.
Yeah.
But I did play some of the PS3 ones. I think For Answer and The Last Raven. I don't know. But my thing in those games was a perpetual flight AC. AC is what you call your mech in Armored Core. I'd have some perpetual flight fucking AC, so I would just hover in the air and basically airstrike all my targets. I was just a drone strike with legs at that point.
Yeah, Last Raven was on PS2, and then
I played that one because the Raven's Nest storyline meant a lot to me from the PS1 days.
Yeah, they haven't done a lot since then. The last one they did was 2013 was Verdict Day.
So I didn't play Verdict Day because I think that one was kind of cartoony, and I was like, I'm not into that. But 4 and 4 Answer, I definitely did play. Last Raven I played. Yeah, 4 and For Answer. Those are the last two I really played, because the rest of them were meh.
Yeah, not my thing, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're making it again.
Yeah.
And it gives them a creative break.
I know they did other things before Armored Core, but like it's kind of what really got them established in the gaming world is the Armored Core games on the PlayStation 1 and then the PlayStation 2. Then obviously they transitioned into their whole Dark Souls, Bloodborne, epic fanboy.
Well, they've been actually doing that for a while, because even before Demon Souls, they made a game called Kingsfield, which was back in their PS1 time. So Kingsfield 1 on PS1, which was also a long box game.
Oh yeah, long boxes. Don't nobody know about the PlayStation long boxes.
Yeah, there. It was a first-person, basically Dark Souls. I'm playing it currently every so often, but it is really hard.
It's a PS1 game, dude. Can you like emulate that on your phone?
Basically, yeah. But even they have Kingsfield 4 was the last one they made, I believe. It still looks pretty good. Like, it's a PS2 game, but yeah, it does look pretty good. But it's a first-person Dark Souls game, and then they had their break for a little bit, and then they came out with Demon Souls, which was a PS3 game, and basically branched out into, well, there's PS5, but PS3.
Yeah,
branched them out into the whole third-person Kingsfield, which eventually would turn it into Dark Souls, which is, I would say, was like their more breakout, because Demon Souls was popular, but I feel, just from my personal thing, is Dark Souls was probably a better hit. Yeah. And then obviously their most popular one is Dark Souls 3, which I think is the one you played, but...
Yeah, I played it for like 2 whole hours and then I returned it. And I was like, this is hard and I'm not having any fun.
It takes time. But, I mean, that's the thing. It's not for a game for everybody. I play these games religiously. Like, I've beaten Dark Souls 3 2 or 3 times, and then I just beat it while I've been stuck in my room, my apartment. I downloaded the Convergence mod, which is essentially a mod that adds in hundreds of different spells, because it literally just makes it basically a spell-based game. Because this is actually the second biggest mod. It's kind of like a tie between this, and then there's the Cinders mod that adds in weapons from every single game they've made. So it just is a huge-ass mod.
I bet if you were like really into this game and like knew the lore behind all the things and like cared about it a lot, that would be an epic mod to have. But I'm not that guy.
Nope. I mean,
remember you showed me lore videos and I was questioning. I was like, how do they know? How did they ever find out this lore? Because the game doesn't tell you any fucking lore.
Oh, it does. Yeah, descriptions.
I'm playing this damn game to read.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot of voice acting in a lot of them.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, but yeah, it's a lot of item descriptions, and then you just killing, like, where bosses are located and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of things that tie together. But
dude, how long have we been going?
A few hours.
Yeah, this is so far
almost 3 hour.
Yeah, and it apparently stopped recording as well. So that's neat. Well, whatever.
Unfortunate.
I can always download my stream from Twitch.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys have to go and post it to me that way. I can try and edit them. I feel like I might be able to edit in the next few days.
That's what I get for trying to do this from Streamlabs.
Lol.
But I just used OBS like I always do for podcasts. It wouldn't have happened.
But, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
It's all good.
So,
yeah, those games from Software.
Yeah.
They're a giant in the industry now.
Yes, I'm glad they are, because their games are rightly rightly
your
good.
kind of game.
I mean, yes.
You do like difficult games though. Like I watched you stress complete Hotline Miami and Hotline Miami 2 wrong number. And like,
Yeah.
it's pretty apparent to anyone who's in Marketing game, like those are difficult games.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing. I've beaten those games over a dozen times as well, and I'm currently trying to beat Hollow Knight, which is like a side-scrolling Dark Souls, but that game's really difficult, so I'm struggling on that one.
I've heard about that being a difficult game. I have no desire to play it whatsoever.
But
That very gothic kind of setting, it just does nothing for me. I'm not into it.
yeah, I don't know. I like the different aesthetics. That's why I like Bloodborne so much, because Bloodborne is a totally different aesthetic than Dark Souls or Demon Souls or anything. It's basically Lovecraftian horror.
Don't get me wrong, I like Lovecraftian horror. It's just, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like, if you don't like the gameplay though, then yeah.
No, I don't like it at all.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's one of those things where you could just watch someone play it, but that's really about it.
I watched, this is a throwback to YouTube old days, SSOH PKC. Someone's at the door.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer it. I should answer it. It might be a package.
Yeah, go get your package.
Where's my gun?
Loading up just to get the mail. That is quite an achievement.
It was just a package. I didn't need the gun.
I mean, you could have gotten more packages.
I could have got the whole damn truck.
Hell yeah.
Pulling out the old toolie.
See, there you go.
I think it's my Black & Decker drill that I bought so that I could continue to set up the brand new shop and screw things into the wall. I no longer have to do that, but now I've got a Black & Decker drill.
Now you can go to the shop and unscrew things out of the wall.
I can do. I can break in at night because there's no cameras and I know the security codes, and I can unscrew everything from the wall and put it back on the floor.
Just to
Y'all want to fire me? I'm about to undo all the work I did.
Oh yeah.
All the bits already arrived. The bits showed up like the day after I purchased the drill with the bit set,
Mm.
and then the drill took like a week and a half. I'm like, what the fuck, Amazon? What do I pay for Prime for if shit takes a week and a half to get here?
Yeah. It's,
Like at this point, why am I still paying for Prime? It's because I watch Baywatch on Prime, and Grand Teacher on Azuka. I'm gonna be watching that as soon as we're done. And then
I would
the minute they show a suggestive anime scene of some high school girl's panties up her skirt, I'm gonna be like, time to kill some time. And I'm gonna go abuse myself out of boredom.
Oh my
Especially
god.
now that I have a drill.
Wow. Okay, I got nothing.
No one ever does. Ooh, yeah. Charge it. You know what I love most about this drill? The most important thing about this drill and why I bought this one?
Mm.
You're gonna laugh at me. I know you are. It's orange.
Hell yeah. Orange means it works.
Yeah.
So
Like, we're gonna have...
it doesn't work at all.
Well, I haven't put the battery in yet, Kevin.
Wow. I don't hear your excuses, motherfucker. Oh wow. Jesus.
I'm about to drill and drive.
You should make sure whenever you go to answer your door, just fucking hold that shit out. Fucking blind him. See? Now you're safe. Ah, Jesus Christ. God damn.
Flashbang, epilepsy warning.
Yeah, God, for real.
You're about to load up Judy's BD quest. Ready?
Oh my god.
That was a cyberpunk joke. Anybody who... Oh, I got multiple speeds. Hell yeah.
Wow. Man, you're gonna be a fucking player in the bedroom.
How do you want it, baby? Do you want it slow? medium. Do you want it fast?
Jesus Christ.
That's cool. I got a drill now. I can drill stuff. I don't have anything to drill at home. But, if I did, I could.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all you need. All right.
Yeah, add that to the old toolbox. Got a drill now.
Yeah, hopefully you can work on some cars.
Yeah, I really should, but it's fucking freezing and raining all the time, and I really don't want to get up under the Camaro and drop the axle to replace the fuel pump. So what I'm probably going to do is after I get home, from Ohio and I get my TSP, I'm going to buy a Trans Am and then immediately start doing stuff to it and leave the Camaro to sit. Because I can build that into a drag car anytime. It's not like the NHRE is going anywhere.
I'm just surprised you aren't going to sell it and then just grab another one in North Carolina.
I could, but I know my luck, and I know that if I sold that reasonably nice, albeit it needs a fuel pump, 4th gen Camaro, that is perfect.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I wanted. It's all black. It's an LT1. It's automatic. It's going to make a great drag car. If I sold it now, by the time we got to North Carolina, they would have inflated so much in the car world that it'd be like $7,000 to get a basket case, and I'd be like, I'm not fucking paying that. They're shit cars, because I've had a bunch of them, and I know that a lot of things about them are very shit. They're incredibly plasticky. They're not nice, but they're quick and they're fun and they do good burnouts and you can hoon them around and it's a great time. So yeah. But yeah, that's just the only reason I'm not selling them and that I want to get a Trans Am to make into a nice Trans Am now is because I know they're about to inflate. They're gonna start starting because we've already seen the 78, 79 I've always wanted. They're 6-figure cars now. That's unattainable. I'm never gonna have one. That's fine.
If you get a...
It's like when you're in love with a beautiful woman and then she cheats on you and then she runs off with someone else and it's like, okay, well, I'm no longer in love with this woman. I'm going to find a new woman to fall in love with. My new woman that I fell in love with is the 82, 83 Trans Am. Because I'm never going to have a bad Trans Am. I've given up on that. It's like, damn man, Gilberto's so hot. Yeah, she is, but she's also got kids with someone from Hollywood and she's incredibly far out of your league. Yeah, that's unattainable now. So I think I'm going to taper my expectations into something I can actually achieve.
I think I sent you ones before though for $20,000. Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, they're $20,000, but here's the thing, man. They also need $20,000 worth of work to become what I want them to be.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying that's labor because I'm the one doing the labor. I'm saying that's parts. That's paint. That's decals. It's just a lot of investment to turn it into something I want to be, and if once it becomes what I want it to be, it's not as though it suddenly becomes magically perfect. It's still going to be a problematic 50-year-old Pontiac.
Oh yeah.
So it's just tapered expectations and maintaining contact with reality that I'm doing here.
I would say I don't know. It's. Just never go and feel like you're priced. Oh god. Never feel like you're priced out especially because you're not super priced out. It's expensive, but it's
expensive but attainable. It's attainable someday.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not attainable right now. So it's out of sight, out of mind. That's
oh Jesus, yeah. But yeah, because that's the thing. That 6-figure one was
I'm right. Y'all out of sight, out of mind. Short commands don't pay you no mind. I don't give a shit about you, Aircon.
No. You're totally forgotten about.
Especially Naval Ocean Processing Facility, Whidbey Island, where I was a couple days ago. I made it a point to smoke all over base in places I'm not allowed to smoke. I'm just waiting for a motherfucker to tell me I can't smoke there. I'm fuck you, I don't give a shit.
What are you going to do, take my thing? But, that's the thing is, yes, it's expensive, but that 6-figure one was a really weird case, and that was fucking.
That wasn't even Barrett Jackson though. That was Meekum. There's Barrett Jackson nice where 6 and 7-figure cars go. That's always been that way. And then there's Meekum where $20,000 cars go. And then one goes to Meekum and sells for 6 figures. I'm fuck, man. That's bad. Yeah, that one had 75 miles on it or something though. I know it was special. But even still, even only having 75 miles on it, don't fit a 50-year-old Pontiac problems. Like, I would almost rather buy one that's been in the store and it
Yeah.
has a bunch of miles on it than one that only has 75 miles on it. Now it's like, fuck, I have to do so much work to this car before I dare drive it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things that it fucking sucks. Like, I hate the car market, and I will continue to say that because it should never be the way it is.
No, they're
It's
trying to
stupid.
turn this shit into like the art market or like a stock exchange, and it's fucking asinine and stupid. It's a goddamn physical thing. Go drive it.
Yeah, because even Haggerty put out a video about it, and I watched it just so I could critique it because
Haggerty,
I
we
have-
sell car insurance to boomers.
I like some of their videos because they did a whole thing on the Cannonball Run. They did a really good video on it. It was a very nice video, but they had a video they just posted 2 days ago called Inflation Readers, Cars to Invest in. And
Yeah, it's a horrible video to make, you assholes.
stop.
I want to r/Wall Street Bets tank the market on the entire car market. I want fucking Countages to sell for $22,000.
And it's even more frustrating because Randy Poss, however you say his name,
Post.
was a co-host for that video, and they talked about the Hummer H1, they talked about a Murcielago, they talked about the R8.
No one should be buying a Hummer H1. Unless you're going to be using it as a promotional vehicle, no one should be buying a Hummer H1.
They talked about the 350Z. They talked about a bunch of other cars.
350Z
I'm
is
just trying to
not a
scroll.
future desirable car. It's a
No,
bloated
it's not.
fat housewife with love handles. That's what that car is. She was
But,
sexy
that's
back
the
in the
thing.
90s, but look at her now. Ugh.
But that's the thing is that should be a obtainable car for a high school kid. If they like that kind of car, then they should be able to buy it. That shouldn't be a fucking dream car for most people. That shouldn't be a car that's man, I really wish I could afford a 350Z.
I knew a
No.
doctor who, with doctor money, was finally able to buy his dream car. It was a Nismo 350Z. And I was like, that's your dream car? And you had to get doctor money to buy one of these? And he's like, yeah, what do you mean? They're expensive. I was like, yeah, they are expensive, but they're a piece of fucking shit for that much money, man. You could have 911 Turbo for this money. Do you realize
Yeah.
that? You could be kicking your own ass all the time in a much better car if you spent it on something better. But that's what we talked about earlier. It goes back to people like what they like, and I'm glad they do.
Yeah.
Segments of the car enthusiast hobby are what they are.
Like-
but also,
I'm sure they think you're dumb.
want $40,000 for an Integra, it's just a fucking economy car. To me, I mean,
Yeah. I'm going to spend the 30-40 grand in the R32 GTR at some point, but that's just because as much as I don't like interior, I can fix that.
that's a car that's worth $30,000.
It's actually worth them too.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's a reasonable buy at $30,000. Now, when people start trying to sell them for 70, 80K, it's oh, the Mythos Godzilla. They're like, no, it's a 35-year-old Nissan. It's not.
Yeah.
We're not talking this money. We're not talking this money at all.
No.
It's not a brand new Escalade. We're not talking brand new Escalade money.
Yeah. Or new Corvette, C8 Corvette money. That shit's just ridiculous.
I like the C8. I think it looks beautiful, as I think all Corvettes look beautiful in red on red. However, I don't want a C8.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't want to see it either.
I love that they said fuck the boomers. I love that about it, but I don't want a C8.
Yeah.
I was happy with my C4. I would have liked to put that very rare body kit on it, and then the B2K Callaway hood, and then actually twin turbo it. However, that didn't happen because my life was in shambles and everything was upside down, and I was like, I'm gonna sell the car and move. And in hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. I should have stayed where I was with my affordable rent and kept the car.
Yeah. But you live and learn. Now you know. It's unfortunate, but it's how it is.
We learn.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those. I'm glad that people do like it because if everybody liked the same car, then it'd be really expensive. And if I had the car I like, I'd be really pissed off. I already am because I've started to get priced out of 930 911s because now even a junker goes for $30K and a good one goes for 40 to 50, and it's not that good of a car.
I am sorry that you're nearing the point of being priced out of 930s, specifically like 911 turbo 930s. But I will say this. It might take time and it might be difficult, but there will be nothing more satisfying and rewarding than if we have to find a bare shell of a chassis of one and from nothing build it up into the car you want it to be. There will be nothing more satisfying for you than every single time you drive that car, because you know every fucking nut and bolt in that car was quality and installed properly. It was all done the right way. You know it's sorted. There's no amount of like buying a used one and you don't know what's been done to it and who the hell put the stereo in here and why does it have an alarm from 1985 and be none of that, because you built it up from nothing the way you wanted it. And if you ever wanted to do that, if you wanted to start from a bare shell and we could build a car, I would be happy to do that with you.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely still an option. I know, because I follow a bunch of the Facebook groups, and there's one guy in particular that he posts at least like once every other week or so. And he posts, and it's just the shell without the engine, which is fine, because I can find engines. Like, I don't mind spending money to get an engine.
You can find an engine, and I can build it for you.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. So I literally just need two, just because one to go and turn into the Johnny Silverhand special, and then one to turn into Blackbird. But the one I want to turn to Blackbird, well, we did earlier mention the carbon fiber. I want it just for the chassis, and because then I can register it as a Porsche without having to do all that annoying paperwork.
Yeah.
That's just a simplicity thing. Like, literally, all I need is a chassis for the second one.
All we need is a chassis so that we have a VIN tag.
Yeah. Like, because I just don't want to do
all we
that
really need
shit.
is a VIN plate. We could potentially go to a scrapyard and buy just a VIN tag and start from there. But, it'd be a lot easier to just start with a bare chassis.
Yeah. So
let me show you what I mean by a bare chassis, because I don't know if you fully understand what I'm talking about is starting from a bare chassis.
Because, like, that's the thing. If I have to go on either eRepairables, Copart, the Beverly Hills Cars Club, like, I can get a basic thing from there, but it's just, I don't want to spend $40 grand on something that's absolutely destroyed. Like, 20 grand's fine, but too much more than that is just frustrating.
This is what I mean by a bare chassis. I'm about to send this to you in Messenger. I didn't crop the photo though, so it's going to be a screenshot from Google. Oh, shit, I put it in the group chat as well.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because, because there is no frame, it's subframe unibody. So, I mean, if we start from literally just a bare chassis and build the car, that's fine with me. That's doable. The parts are out there. They exist. Porsche still makes some of them,
Yeah.
Even if they don't, there's aftermarket. It's like Mustangs. Like, if you go to Summit and you order, like, the Mustang book, you could build, like, from nothing. Like, not even a bare chassis. You could order floor pans and start assembling a bare chassis. You could build a Mustang with 0 original parts.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, because, like, this is the sort of thing I was looking at doing with the... I can just screen share. This is what I was basically trying to do with the Blackbird, was something like this.
Yeah, we can buy that and then turn that into what you want. Like, that's a Targa, it's a 78, it's an undesirable, but that's very affordable at 34.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, we got to redo the engine, the interior, we got to cut the roof.
Like,
off,
it doesn't have an engine.
Like, yeah, it's fine. We could do all that. Yeah.
Like,
there's no engine. He's high at 34 then.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Offered 10.
Probably less than. But that's not even a.
That's
okay.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah. See, like Beverly Hills Cars Club. So, like,
even if you wanted to get a convertible, a cabrio. Even though they're less desirable, they're cheaper. Like, you can always cut the roof off a car and weld on there.
No, I've already found places I can do that, but that's the thing for the Silverhand Special, I do want to go and spend the extra money just to get it outright via coupe, because I'll pay a little bit more for one, but the other one, like, this one actually would be fine, because for the Blackbird, I do plan to put a 993 the 90s last air-cooled Porsche engine in there, so I don't even need the engine for the Blackbird, and I plan to basically just use the fucking chassis.
Yeah, from the door handles down, you're gonna keep everything else is gonna get replaced.
Yeah, with carbon fiber. So but like the Johnny Silverhand Special one, I do want to do a
proper actual 930 turbo.
Yeah.
Coupe.
So like here I'm not finding anything, but that's because these are all basically dealers. So I had to go on Craigslist or Facebook. Yeah, I mean even there, like that's I don't know. That's kind of
that's a little too high at 49.
Yeah, I could find
Sportmatic. It's automatic.
Yeah, you could change
Not
that.
even a turbo.
Yeah, like that. I do.
That's
that's a lot of money, but I could probably go and try and find Facebook. But like that's at least an option. That's
So
thing.
looking at that one though, that 82 for 50.
Yeah.
Call it 52 with tax and everything. And you go down to there's an 8911. It's already mostly what you want for 52. Just do that one.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The 8911 Sport Coupe 52.5 right there. That one. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to get what's the difference. That's a coupe. I'm pretty sure that's a coupe.
Oh, are they both sport coupes?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought one was a turbo, one wasn't. I don't know Porsches.
No. If it's a turbo, it would be in the six figures. They're six figures by now.
Unfortunately, I've been baggy 80s turbo system that'll probably kill you.
Yeah. That's why I've given up on trying to get an actual turbo, and I'll just make my own with the Silverhand Special, and then I'll make a Blackbird turbo that'll be better. But yeah, like that's the thing. I'm not too worried about like those though, because I don't think these are going to go up too much more. Like there's too many of them, and people honestly like the new Porsches too much. Because if you look at the Cayman 4. What car it is? Because I'm lazy. Really? You're a bitch. I know there's fucking more. There. Yeah. $90,000 for a 2022. $140,000 for a GT4. Basically, that's like their, and it's like it's a Cayman.
It's the race.
It's like Cayman.
Yeah, the Cayman originally, I believe, was like not even like the Porsche that a dentist would buy. It would be like the Porsche that a dentist would buy for his mistress.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the thing. It's not a 911. Like, it's not. That's why I don't understand it.
Well, they don't care because it looks nice to them and it says Porsche and it's a Porsche and it'll get them all the bullshit hype beast clout they want from Instagram because they've got a Porsche.
Like, I don't like the taillights. The taillights look like fucking stupid. I don't like the headlights. Like, and the interiors all look the same nowadays. So it's like, I don't know. I'd rather get an older Porsche and then it'd be better. I feel much better about myself. But to each their own. I'm glad people like it because that keeps my Porsche 911 prices hopefully a little bit lower. But it is what it is. That's one of the cars on the list. We have plenty of cars on the list. If I can't get it like when we get back right away, then I'll just have to wait. We'll get something else on the list. Like
we'll find
the
a
94.
We always
like that. Oh yeah. Like that's the thing. I'll need a car because when we get back at some point. So like we needed to get a 944. We get a 944. We can get a 190E Mercedes to make into a look-alike of the.
That'd be a very easy project to tackle first.
Yeah.
It's mostly
that's just
an engine swap.
Yeah, and then just a repaint, and then rims, and then a manual swap because usually they came with automatics.
Stop sharing your screen. I'm looking at myself.
Oh shit! I didn't realize it was on.
Frames that I'm actually in. There we go.
But yeah, I think that's good for today. If you want, we can do this again. I'd be down for that because
I have
I'm not
unlimited free
doing
time.
anything.
We can podcast as much as you want, whenever you want.
Yeah, just let me know. I mean,
As long as I'm
Trying
not
to-
busy drilling shit.
you don't work.
Not anymore, no. I do drill things, though. Now that I have a drill. Call me Mr. Drill.
All right, and that's where we're gonna call it. All right, thanks everybody. We'll,
I love you, man. It's good talking to you as always.
love you too, man. Hope everything's going good with you.
Pretty good. About to watch some anime and eat some Popeyes.
There you go.
Nice chill
Nice,
day.
yeah.
I've had a couple of email offers, and I had somebody call me about a job at like 10:30 this morning when I woke up. So yeah. I'll have a job. Technicians are in demand, especially knowledgeable ones who do the right thing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's like you don't have an OSHA violation on you.
I don't have an OSHA violation against me. I don't violate OSHA. My safety is paramount to me.
You never should. Well, yeah.
I swore when I got out of the Navy, I was like, never again will I put myself in a position where my life could be taken by someone else's incompetence. And it became increasingly aware to me that at Pape Kenworth, that was getting more and more possible. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't work there
That's
anymore.
not. Yeah. That's not worth it. Like.
No. I don't want to die or be injured by a company who gives no fucks for me.
Yeah, especially because if it seemed like that company would just throw you to the side and then you'd just be. Yeah. Oh yeah. Clearly. Yeah.
They literally did.
Yeah. So it's like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
And
all right, man.
having, yeah.
I hope your arm gets to feeling better and.
That's what meds.
Fuck your Christmas gift is, I believe, on the way again because I found another place that sells it and they do ship to Japan and I bought it. So.
I appreciate it.
Hell
I would
yeah.
say I sent you a Christmas gift, but I sent you yours a while back. So I found a website to get everything. Nope, it was the books.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you buy me something else? God damn it. I'll buy you more shit.
No.
Start building models of all your cars for you in extreme detail and mailing them to you.
I mean, you already know, like, you have all those models. The only other model I really would want would be, like, the Viper. Because every other car model that I look at, I'm like, I'm going to have it in real life. There's no point in having a model when I have the real thing.
I could absolutely do the Viper. I could do the Viper.
Because, yeah.
I go on
The Viper is the only
get some
car.
3D parts too. I could actually put your Bear brakes on it. You're probably,
Yeah.
I don't know, find a decal, a little Hennessy badge.
That's sweet.
Apply it with my little tweezers and my magnifiers, dude.
Oh my god, old man.
I'm old as shit. I can't see nothing. I got sausage fingers when it comes to 1/25th
Oh,
scale.
Jesus.
I don't build 1/25th scale models very well. 1/8,
I mean-
1/10, 1/16. I can do those pretty good.
Yeah, 125th is a bit too small.
Yeah, I know. I think my mom bought me a Christmas gift because she refuses not to. And she was like, "What can I get you for Christmas?" I just sent her a link. It's a 1/8 scale Trans Am from Revell. It's like this goddamn big when it's completed. It's large. So yeah,
Jesus.
I'm gonna build that big as fuck Trans Am. That'd be nice.
Hey, is that the Ben Trans Am or is that your 82 Trans Am?
It's a 78, so the year after Bandit. So Smokey and the Bandit. But my dad had one that he had built. It's a reissue. It's not a new thing. He had built